Opie and Anthony are no strangers to scandal. Opie and Anthony on satellite radio.
Apparently, Opie and Anthony are dicks.
Oh, here they go again.
It's a fun, dopey radio show. Not just any radio show. A radio show that inspires beyond your wildest dreams.
The show was a lot funnier on NEW.
The show's hosts, Anthony Cumia and Greg Opie Hughes.
Controversial team.
6 years without getting fired, a new record for us.
It's just astounding to me. I didn't want to say it's racist, but goddamn.
This show will rock as best as we could possibly do this radio show.
I'm going to go home and whack to a tranny later. There you go, all right?
God, we just lost our demo, man. What's wrong with you?
Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
The Opie and Anthony Show, the most popular show in the history of satellite radio.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Morning. World Series over. Buddy. Congratulations to the New York Giants. Let's call them the New York Giants.
Back in the old days?
Because they left New York, 1954 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
So New York gets another World Series. Congratulations to New York and their Giants.
Yes.
My team finally wins, though.
Their beloved Giants. That's right, Jimmy's team.
That's right.
What?
I bleed giant orange, and they finally pulled through. I mean, all these years, I've never seen a championship. It's nice to see.
Mad Dog must have been very happy.
Who knows? Fuck him, fuck everybody. Finally, a reason to have Mad Dog on our show.
I'm pretty busy celebrating. I was up all night celebrating.
We wanted to talk to him during the World Series because Mad Dog, he's got a channel, I think, on Sirius XM. I don't remember anymore because he didn't do the right thing. And all of a sudden, he's like, it's too early to call the boys. We needed Mad Dog on our show. He's the biggest freaking San Francisco Giants fan out there.
Yes, he is.
And his team finally won. And we didn't get a phone call from him.
Nah.
But then, it'll be like the French Open or some horse shit, and he'll have no problem talking tennis until we're all asleep.
Well,
he gets a beating today.
Not that anyone gave a flying fuck about this World Series. Oof. One of the lowest rated ever.
Not is good. Yeah, the lowest. I think the second lowest rated game ever was Game 3.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because they thought the Giants were up 2-0 or whatever. It was cool seeing Bush Sr. and Jr. thrown together, though.
Yeah.
I know Anthony's a big Bush fan, and that's fine. He goes.
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No.
You sure?
Positive.
Not even the pussy
I
sense.
apologize.
No, I thought
you don't
I thought
like
he
pussy.
I thought he made umpteen thousand fucking mistakes.
But Anthony, right before the show, goes, "Hey, you see, I don't want to put words in your mouth. You said something like,
that guy
wow.
said Bush got a hell of an ovation when he walked out.
It's Texas.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all.
And then I said if he was at a Red Sox game, that ovation would have been slightly different. So it depends on where you are. Although I don't think people hate Bush as much as they did 2 years ago.
No, I don't think they do.
I think he's smiling a little bit inside.
I think he is. He's there sitting there laughing. Just watch his team lose, but I mean, he's laughing.
I don't know.
And then Obama's sitting there just going, uh-oh.
What, Obama?
Oh, boy.
Obama's too busy doing every single TV show possible.
Trying. And then his whole hope and change thing has turned into just bashing the Republicans now. That's all it does. Business as usual.
For everybody.
Politician, elitist, douchebag.
What comedian had the joke? I heard it recently, and I want to credit whose it was, but he said, Obama even knows he's not doing well because his slogan is now, thought we could.
Thought we could.
I'm so mad I can't remember who said it. Was it a comedian or a late night guy?
Somebody should.
I don't
That's
know.
a funny line, though, man.
Somebody should grab that and put it on a T-shirt. That would sell very well.
Thought we could.
Thought we could. Whatever. It's all
that
horseshit,
is
man.
good. I just I'll enjoy seeing the Republicans take at least the House. At least that'll break up the whole thing where he just doesn't have. Obama doesn't just have carte blanche to do whatever the fuck he wants. And get that Pelosi out of there. Pelosi.
Wait, Pelosi could actually leave?
Well, she'll still hold her job in San Francisco. They ain't letting go of her, believe me.
Right.
San Francisco, come on.
But she'll be the
Speaker of the House.
We could get a new Speaker of the House?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at me keeping track.
Boner.
Actually, I should keep track of that one.
Boner. We need a boner as Speaker of the House.
Yeah. I know when the Giants won in 54, they were in New York. That's why I said that. I know that the San Francisco Giants never won a World Series, but...
Or Harry Reid. Yeah, Harry Reid's another one.
He never won either.
Why didn't people care about the World Series, you think? Because you're not in San Francisco or or Texas?
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't seem like anyone gave a shit.
It seems to be a big letdown after 160 some odd games.
Good pitching battle, but I mean,
nobody would watch to root against either of those teams. Yankees, Red Sox. Enough people hate those teams to watch to root. Thank you, to watch to root against it. But you know how many people wanted to watch the Giants probably on Long Island and couldn't because of scumbag Cablevision.
Oh yeah, I know.
Well, they took care of their problems finally.
Yeah, finally.
You know, whatever. Business as usual for both sides of that fucking war.
And Chuck Greenberg, the CEO of the Texas Rangers, can suck a big fat fucking cock.
What did he do?
Get the reward?
Oh God! Here's the Texas Rangers, fucking Texas Rangers CEO. Here's his quote. I thought the Yankee fans, frankly, were awful. They were either violent or apathetic. Neither of which is good, Greenberg said. So I thought Yankee fans were by far the worst of any I've seen in postseason. I thought they were an embarrassment. Yeah, you know what? How about you win a fucking game? How about you win a fucking game? You douchebag. You just get the gig, and he's bashing Yankee fans? Get out of here. Shut up.
Yeah, but he apologized.
Fuck his apology. Not accepted.
He said he spoke wrong, and he meant to say that they're passionate.
What a lying sack of cunt.
Major League Baseball actually called him and made him apologize.
Why did he apologize?
That was his
opinion.
Yeah,
the apology is stupid.
That's even worse than what he said. Major League Baseball should shut the fuck up and let these guys say whatever they want. What's wrong with people?
I don't care if he doesn't like Yankee fans. Fine,
who
don't
cares?
like them.
I think an hour after it happened,
They were spitting on the fucking pitch. I don't blame him for saying that.
Good.
They were spitting on a pitcher's wife.
Oh, if the whole fucking stadium was spitting on her, she'd look like a Bukkake video.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like, who cares if he said that?
Yeah, he should have
matter.
He should be able to say that without Major League Baseball telling him to, apologize. Get the fuck out of here.
Don't bash the fans.
Like, alienating those fans. Oh boy.
Who cares? It makes that series way more interesting next year.
Yeah, that way it makes people want to come out and see the Rangers play because they have a reason to root against them.
Of course, and then you want to see horrible behavior next time the Rangers go up there to Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, exactly.
Which would be great for everybody. It would be great for the sport.
How was it losing, motherfucker? At least Yankee fans know what it's like to sit there and watch their team win, you dumb fuck.
Not this year.
Fuck him. Well, not this year. But, a few times over the years.
Just once in 10.
Shut it.
Who gets the big Texas Rangers World Series T-shirts?
Yeah, Baltimore does so fucking well.
No,
Shut up.
We're rebuilding.
Rebuilding?
Yeah.
Since when?
13
Jesus
years.
Christ.
13 years.
Exactly.
Who gets the big Texas Rangers World Series T-shirts?
I haven't seen.
What part of the world is hurting?
Somali Pirates or Haiti?
Well, Haiti got him last year.
Haiti's still hurting pretty bad.
Haiti's the go-to
What
place?
about them Pakistani flood mudslide people?
Ooh, that's true.
That's pretty big.
Where was the last earthquake?
Flooding. China.
There was something like 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Some
China,
big,
but if China's the one that's printing them, so they could just take them right off the assembly line.
And then just take them onto the street.
Yeah.
No, what part of the world is hurting? What part of the world gets the Texas Rangers World Series T-shirts?
Gotta be Africa. Africa's
World
always
Series
a goddamn
champion.
mess.
Africa somewhere?
Yeah, somewhere.
Maybe the world's not hurting that much if we can't figure it out.
Oh, it's hurting.
It's hurting a little bit.
Yeah, but like I said, Pakistan's got them floods. Mm-hmm. Haiti is still hurting.
Nah, we moved on from Haiti.
Nah.
We're on to the next big hit. That's what we do in this world.
Well, anyway.
Do you think Haiti's much better than it was when all these celebrities were doing their telethons? Of course not.
No.
I can answer my own question, but we have to move on to other stuff because we got bored with
still
that.
down there, though.
He's not down there.
Spicoli's
He's fake
always
down there.
He loves it.
He's fake down there.
Loves disaster. God, does he love a disaster. Can't get on a plane fast enough.
He loves it for the first week
down there,
and then lets the real fucking professionals deal with the problem.
Handle it.
So, all right, World Series is over. That's the big headline today.
Yeah,
fuck,
quite the pitching duel, but Lee losing another one.
Let me say hi to Larry in Ohio. Larry.
Hi guys. Or should I say, hello, boys?
No,
just say hi, guys. You sound like an asshole when you say the other thing.
Well, sorry. One can't help what one is.
I'm just as God made me, sir.
Well, America just doesn't care about baseball, really. The NFL was brilliant with their marketing when our Rooney, the original the old man, said that football should be played on Sunday afternoons because there's nothing else for the gamblers. But there was literally nothing else in America on Sunday afternoon, and NFL built a fan base on Sunday afternoon that has eclipsed just about every sport in this country now.
Well, what's great about the NFL is they don't play a lot of games. Yeah. 162 baseball games in the year 2010 is just ridiculous.
And don't make it sound
really
like don't make it sound like every Super Bowl is a wonderful fucking thing to watch, because a lot of times the party outweighs the game, unless it's again a New York team, fucking the Pats. It's just some teams that have the stars on it.
But the battle getting to the Super Bowl is what makes football.
Yeah.
You're right, though. A lot of times the Super Bowl is a major letdown because it's not about the game anymore, which is the strangest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Well, the Super Bowl is.
You're growing up. He's absolutely right.
Yeah. But
everyone watched the World Series. You didn't care who was in it.
But it completely
was an event.
depends on who the fuck is in it now.
But it just shows how bored we were. That was before our smartphones.
Well, it wasn't boredom. It was all-day baseball. You couldn't escape the World Series. No place you could go, you could escape it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
if
you have less entertainment choices, of course you're going to watch the World Series. But now we have so many choices. It's kind of showing that baseball isn't as great as we think it is, unless your team's in it. That's my dumb opinion.
Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you. Don't want Jimmy.
I don't care.
Well, I mean, they didn't want to preempt my mother the car or car 54. Where are you?
We had 3 channels. Let's not forget, maybe 5 if you were lucky. Yeah, how old are you, bro?
Jesus Christ.
Well, 3 plus maybe an independent if you were lucky. That was the.
Are we still talking about this? Thank you, sir.
God.
Thank you.
It's a good time to rally around the channels of Sirius to see if anything interesting's on, or check the traffic if you're on your way in during this caller.
That Pearl Jam channel is just amazing. But you're not a big Pearl Jam fan.
No.
It's fucking amazing. How long do we get the Pearl Jam channel at Sirius XM?
I think at least a month.
That's it? It's one of those channels?
I know that it's at least a month. I don't know how much longer after that.
Playing a bunch of Pearl Jam.
That's great.
Yeah, but then they play some other stuff that I guess the Pearl Jam guys like, which is, music that you don't really hear on the radio. And then it's like 2 concerts a day, 2 full concerts a day.
And they're like great quality, too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's very good.
You got to be a Pearl Jam fan, though.
Yeah, I would say you've got
What channel is it? I don't care.
I don't know.
That's why, I haven't listened to that. I don't think I've ever even passed by the Springsteen channel.
Is that still here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, the Springsteen channel.
Bruce. It's on in the office all the time now.
Hey-oh.
I forgot that dumbbell.
Bruce. Hey-oh. Roland loves them.
Dopey Springsteen shirts.
Oh, I know.
I want to throw bleach on Roland's shirts.
Throw bleach down his throat.
All right. How was the weekend for everybody? The long weekend.
Oh, yes. Nice long weekend. Everyone was angry with us yesterday, apparently. They thought we should come in after Halloween.
Right.
And then they were blaming all kinds of things. But no, we had a scheduled day.
What are they blaming?
What
are they saying?
What happened?
What do they think?
Too big of parties? Or, someone's sick? Feel better? No. Decided, why not take a 3-day weekend for the big Halloween-y weekend?
That's right.
It's nice.
Yeah, it was. It was a nice little break.
Had one heck of a shindig at the homestead.
Yes, you did.
A lot of fun. The amazing karaoke videos from the likes of Pat from Moonachie and Big A. Just fantastic. Holy shit! What did Big A sing at one point?
Staying Alive?
He was singing Staying Alive.
Perfect song for him.
Yeah, but apparently he could sing. He could talk when he sings, like Mel Tillis.
Like he doesn't stutter, right?
Yeah, he's able to get the words out.
So he should go through life just doing a sing-song thing.
Yeah, just singing the whole time.
Just sing for his breakfast, sing for his whatever he does when he's not doing that.
And Uncle Paul was there. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. Uncle Paul was the hit of the party.
As he should be the hit of any party.
His horseshoe male pattern baldness that he had cranking.
I saw the picture. You went all in, Jimmy, huh?
And
he went all in.
For some reason, he
shaved his head into a horseshoe
male pattern
style.
baldness.
Patent.
It wasn't me, by the way. That was my nephew. He dresses up like me and goes to parties.
Oh, really? He sounded just like you.
Tells everybody he's a child molester. Oh, did you see the pictures with my girlfriend? Oh, yeah. How's that?
Wow, Jesus. Want to explain that picture, Uncle Paul?
Yeah. There's nothing. It's not dirty. She has her panties on. But Uncle Paul's giving her thighs a little lick.
He's licking and kissing a little close to ground
with the
zero.
Uncle Paul face.
Yeah. And you had suspenders on. Where'd you get those clothes? Were they in your closet or
the pants and shirt were? I actually wore that shirt on Leno once. And the suspenders she bought me.
It didn't look like that when you're on Leno.
That is something. And yeah, Danny went as a great Jamie Heineman from MythBusters.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I don't know what that's with the shirt coming out of your fucking pants, you lunatic. And Mom and Sal showed up.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic. Sal was Dracula.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
Of course.
Perfect.
And Mom decided to go as Uma Thurman from Kill Bill.
Oh, my God.
She's out of her mind.
That could be better than Uncle Paul. I hate to say it, but oh my God, she's out of her mind.
She's out of her mind. My sister made her wear that.
Holy shit, is that great?
Like a wig and a jumpsuit.
Bright yellow jumpsuit, of course, if you know the Kill Bill movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was, and D-Boy, we decided, he just wanted to put a mustache on, but we decided he should have had a Detroit hat on and gone as Tom Selleck and a Hawaiian shirt.
Sure.
He put Kenny's old cop mustache on.
That's all he
Magnum
did?
J.O.
What was he supposed to be?
He just put a mustache on.
He was Evil Derek.
Evil Derek.
No, Evil's goatee, isn't it?
Well, cut the guy some slack.
Sal's was great.
Yeah, Sal is.
Sal went all out.
He certainly did, man. They loved their Halloween, huh?
Yes, they do. Donnie, my sister, had to make them up, sits them down, makes them up, and it was fun. There's Kenny. Kenny wore one of those, like a Harlequin mask that you wear at those oldie time costume balls. And he walked in, and it was like, "Hi, Kenny." And of course, his big comeback line was, "How did you know?"
Didn't he get there way too early?
Oh, he was there really early.
Who
but
goes to a party
fine.
as early as Kenny does?
We didn't care. We were all just hanging out, drinking.
Right.
And then the next day was, dealing with the Captain Morgan and Coke headache a little bit. I went downstairs on the couch in the living room and then had to do calisthenics pretty much.
What do you mean?
For the whole day. Well, I seem to have a very popular house for the kiddies to knock on the door and ring the bell. So I had to keep, I'd sit on the couch and I'm watching TV like, oh, God, my head hurts. Oh, gee. Ding dong. I got to get up. Trudged to the door.
Yeah.
At one point, I think I was like, I wish I was on a sex offender list, so they could just.
No, you don't.
Just stay away from my house. I had to be all cheery. Oh, hi.
Really?
Hi. Oh, what cute little costumes.
Did you give out good candy?
Yeah. I got all the nice mini candy things, big bags of them, and I was giving out fistfuls. To the kids, just throwing them at them.
I got the greatest thing, and would have worked perfect for you.
Huh?
You get a big, huge fucking bowl, right?
Yeah.
You put it on your front stoop, completely empty, by the way, with a sign on your door that says "Take one" or help yourself.
And then people would be like,
and then no one rings your doorbell. They go, "Oh man, everyone got here and got all the candy." And then you're off the hook. You could have laid on the couch all day.
Yeah, and clean eggs off my door the next day.
You got to make it look like you were taking care of them with a big, huge bowl.
The honor system bowl doesn't work. It's fucking.
It works if you don't want your fucking doorbell ringing.
Yeah, but it doesn't work.
Because then it looks like you were not even there.
Then they'll cause shenanigans.
Why? Because someone else took all the candy.
Doesn't work because blacks trick or treat.
Oh, yes. I know it doesn't work.
And just because of the whole thing that you're putting a ruse out there that you were using that honor system thing,
right.
which is the cheapest cheesiest way to get out of Halloween, and kids hate it. They will egg your car or your house or something,
Really?
or knock some planters over or whatever.
I
smash a pumpkin.
I live in a building, and we went down to Philly, so we did that, the honor system.
Well, building's a little safer.
And so we put our apartment on the list, and I'm going to, my girl, I'm like, this is stupid. The first guy that comes here is going to just take the whole bowl.
Yeah.
But she felt like doing the right thing, so we had the note and the big bowl of candy. We didn't leave the empty fucking bowl.
Yeah.
And sure enough, when we got back from Philly, I mean, it was obviously gone.
Sure, the bowl, I'm surprised the bowl was even there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think they took my bike, though, because I left that in the hallway. I got to find my bike now.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, the little kids with their little costumes.
In the paper yesterday, it's such hacky shit, but whatever. They went to Cuomo's house in Palladino, I guess, right?
Yeah.
To see what they were giving out for Halloween.
Oh.
If we could find that article, these politicians, they're all just duds. Like, Cuomo actually opened the door for the trick-or-treaters.
Oh, yeah?
But he was dressed kind of like a casual politician. He couldn't even, maybe have a little fucking costume on, knowing the media is going to check this shit out.
Yeah,
he had a tie. Fun. I forgot what they said, like a red tie and a blue shirt or something like that. And he was giving out Laffy Taffy.
What's that?
It pulls your teeth out of your head.
It's one of the worst candies. If you want to do the candy bit, it would be
not
up
even
there.
Turkish taffy.
And then they went to Palladino's house, and Palladino couldn't even be bothered. I guess his wife was the one opening the door.
Did he come out in blackface and just start making racist jokes?
Oh, there it is.
Giving out watermelon candies.
Look, that's how these guys don't know how to fucking
on Halloween. Look at him.
They don't know how to really roll up their sleeves and just kind of hang out.
Well,
he's in a red tie and a. I guess it's a white shirt, right?
Don't you think he's got 20 advisors who told him how to dress?
That's what I'm saying.
Opening that door.
He's a douche.
So why can't he just be himself and just what do you want to do for fucking Halloween? Why listen to people?
Got a 25-point lead. He doesn't want to blow it by putting fangs in his mouth and going.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine if he had a funny outfit on, like Joel Rifkin, or a fucking Al Qaeda member.
Or like an abortion doctor. He's holding a bloody fetus doll. Just something really inappropriate.
That offends a lot of people.
Yes.
Just completely ruins his lead.
Yeah.
What did he give out? Does it say in the article real fast without
Laffy Taffy?
Does it say right there? Decor.
Laffy Taffy, Butterfinger, Kit Kat, and Three Musketeers. All right, keep your Laffy Taffy, you dummy.
Yeah, the Three Musketeers is lame too.
Who needs it?
You like Three Musketeers? I'm not a fan.
Crowd
of
virtually non-existent.
Huh?
Crowd was virtually non-existent over a 2-hour period. One 3-year-old dressed as a witch and one 12-year-old as a vampire wandered by.
Well, where does he live though? He probably doesn't. But he probably doesn't live in a trick-or-treating area where the houses are closer together and stuff. Who wants to walk, a quarter mile in between houses?
Greeting. Are you trick-or-treating, he asked, as he tossed 4 pieces of candy into our bucket. He seemed rushed, acknowledged he was in the middle of a campaign meeting. Pressed about his costume, or lack thereof, the Democrat nominee replied stiffly, "No garb." What about Palladino? Let's see his stats. Let's go to the tail of the tape. Who answered the door? Kathy Palladino in jeans.
He couldn't be bothered.
John Haggerty, a campaign ad to Mr. Palladino in a suit, and Duke, the family dog, with some peanut butter on his tongue and a happy Mrs. Palladino.
Yes, who was bleeding from the hips.
She invited the visitors into their home.
Oh, my God. Look at the
in Buffalo. It's freezing out.
Look at the candy that Palladino gave out.
Greeting, biter, Duke. Mr. Haggerty yelled mischievously. Type of candy hanging out. Junior Mints, Dots, Kit Kat, and Tootsie Rolls.
If you take Kit Kat out of there, that's the worst combo of candy.
Yeah.
Tootsie Rolls sucks a dick.
Decor minimalist. The only adornment on the front porch was a neglected copy of the Sunday newspaper. That's great. Crowd thin on a street with few young children.
So they didn't have trick-or-treaters.
No. Ain't good for them. Fuck them all.
Yeah. I didn't either. I just didn't put my door on the list.
Cuomo's.
That's smart.
Yeah.
But you got to put your door on a list?
Yeah, otherwise they don't knock.
Like Fucking. Oh, really? Why? 'Cause that might be creepo.
No, you're right. If you want to, they just go to the people that are going to have candy.
Oh, so you don't disturb everyone in the building.
So you don't disturb people of my ilk.
Oh, I'm glad they did that.
Who are relaxing and creating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. I should have had a list. That was a list in my neighborhood. They don't like lists. Yeah, it was fun though. I had a good time.
Good deal.
Good times.
I had
good
to shave
times.
my head though because back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's still not perfect. You can see it's still a little bit
longer over there.
I can see it a little horseshoey still.
Yeah,
slightly.
but it'll be done in a couple of days. But my girlfriend's like, I'm really worried I'm gonna have to fuck Uncle Paul. And I made her suck my dick as Uncle Paul.
So fucking.
And she took some pictures of my face, like from dick level. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that was really creepy.
She just didn't want to fuck Uncle Paul. I was like, I don't blame you.
And then there was a girl there that looked like she was 10.
Oh, she was great.
She looked like she was 10 years old.
At your
She was
party?
apparently 18.
Yeah.
Or 19 or something like that. Had a great voice. Sang great karaoke. And the pictures of her and Uncle Paul are fantastic.
Yeah.
They just look extremely inappropriate.
She was what, 19 years old?
Yeah, she's 19. I swear, though, the first thing that was said to her when she walked in was from Pat Fumanaki. He goes, "Are you an adult?"
Just trying to help you out.
Yeah.
Just trying to help you out, Ann.
Yeah, it was a good time. Had a really good time. I guess Ange and the work crew, they should get the junk trucks from Hoarders.
Oh, really?
To get in front of my house because wow, it was a disaster when I woke up in the morning. Just strewn with all kinds of booze glasses, half empty, and chipsy dipsy, and food and donuts all over the place.
Yeah,
it's great. And my girl cleaned up upstairs a little bit, and then I went down into the basement at one point, and just it reeked like a garbage dump down there. Still food down there. I was like, have fun. Have fun. Yeah, this girl looked like she was 10.
How long did the party go for?
Oh.
Was it a 2-dayer?
3:30, 4-ish.
Oh, that's not bad.
Something like that.
Well, she was still there in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I was sleeping. I don't know.
I don't know.
With a boyfriend.
I could never let things go on in my house I didn't know about.
Really?
Fuck, dude, no.
Yeah, there's enough people there watching this.
No,
time.
I just don't want people touching my shit.
Yeah, I don't have much shit to touch. Valuables were kept in the bedroom, which was known that it was off limits. I had a big screen with all the security cameras on it for everyone to see. No more shenanigans at my house.
There you go.
Yeah, it was fun though.
Yes, it was.
Man, I had the complete opposite of Halloween.
Really?
Yeah, I had the basic walking around the neighborhood in a costume Halloween.
You were out trick-or-treating?
With well, it was the kid's first Halloween. You have to do something, even though he's never going to remember it.
Nah, you got to carry the kid around, right?
We'll show him the picture someday. And
it's like, what'd you dress the little tyke up as?
Well, that's the big reveal. First costume in 25 years for me.
What, for you?
25 years. I haven't worn a costume.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Can we guess what you dressed up as?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you give me a hint, though? Because I can't.
I became the hit of the entire neighborhood.
What neighborhood?
And I didn't know.
What neighborhood?
In Philly.
A black guy who was beaten up? What were they like in Philly?
There it is. The guesses are coming in that you dressed as a mudda-hucker.
A mudda-hucker, yes. I did.
You had some cannibal wear on?
Yes. That's why we took yesterday off, by the way. The bruising had to heal.
Yeah, that was a little much.
That's why we took yesterday off.
They don't forget anything.
Oh, is that great? I almost forgot about that.
Oh, I totally forgot about it. I'll never will again.
Well, I will. Yeah. See, I gotta find a picture where the kid's not in the picture, and then I'll send it out there to everybody. I'm embarrassed. I don't
just
even...
cube out the face like some kind of crime.
Yeah,
photo.
that's what I'll do. But
oh no, you didn't.
I want a Scooby-Doo. And the kid was the
Oh, God, look at this.
and the kid was the little Doo.
Is Scrappy Doo.
Yes, of course.
You went as Scooby and Scrappy Doo.
The kid is very cute. Little fella.
You went as a Scooby, a doo-doo-doo.
A doo-doo-doo.
Scooby douche.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep throwing myself under the bus, but
well, you're a dog. You're right in front of me.
but we got the kid the little costume, and then my brother-in-law goes, "Well, fuck, I got a Scooby-Doo costume."
Well, then you
that I
have
wore
to.
years ago. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So then I'm walking around the neighborhood thinking nothing of it because there's other people looking like dicks in their costumes. I'm not going to sit here and make believe it, like, it was cool or anything. But every fucking kid stopped me, and I became a mascot taking pictures with everybody because Scooby-Doo is the big costume.
Scooby-Doo.
Every kid has seen the movies.
The kids love the Scooby-Doo.
They were freaking out. Completely freaking out.
Did you cut your coolie hole out? That's coming in.
Did your wife dress up?
No. She's, cooler than me. and did the old trick-or-treating around the neighborhood.
Oh, there's Steve from Bayshore saying you were yelling out, Scooby-Doo! Dude!
Yeah, what are you going to do?
That's a kid's first.
Yeah, that's it.
The costume was on for maybe 45 minutes. I didn't walk around the Halloween party down there in it or anything.
No, huh?
No.
Got out of that.
Everyone was laughing their balls off, though. I was at the top of the stairs, like, for the big reveal. I said, look, man, get your cameras out, because you got one shot at this. One
like
fucking
Bigfoot.
shot. Right,
Like
yeah.
Bigfoot.
And then I went downstairs, and they're laughing, not with me, they're laughing at me.
Yeah.
Completely laughing at me.
I wish you had had a couple drinks and wandered into the wrong neighborhood. And some thugs would have taken umbrance with your Scooby-Doo outfit. Was umbrance a word? No, I meant to issue.
Whatever.
Umbrage.
It's good enough.
I'm tired. I didn't sleep.
Good enough.
Umbrance. I just make it up.
Yeah. I guess I could. I guess I could like just X out his face and.
You can't even see anything though. It's like you just.
Nah, he's a civilian. He doesn't want this.
At that age.
He already told me he doesn't want this.
At that age.
Huh?
At that age, you can't even really tell.
Yeah, once they get
in like a week, he'll look different.
That's true too.
Babies all look very close to each other until they get to be like 2, I think. Then they start to develop.
And they start to get the different face.
Yeah. I'll figure it out, whatever. But
and then
I haven't trick or treated in fucking. When was the last time you trick or treated? When you were in high school, maybe.
Can't even remember.
Maybe
my candy got stolen once
from
big kids.
They just yanked your fucking.
We were all sitting in the field. They ran by and just took my pillowcase.
Really?
Yep. What'd you say?
Hey.
Yeah. Hey. Back here.
Someone got it back from me. I think some bigger kid got it back from me.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
Like a bodyguard.
Yeah.
Like my bodyguard.
Exactly. It was
his name Ricky.
Moody was taking my candy.
Lindemann got up and got it back for you.
Yes, and then Lindemann got it, and then Mike beat him up. Out of shape Mike.
Yeah.
Is your candy?
Yeah.
Is your candy?
You're really beginning to annoy me, Lindemann.
It's Moody's candy now.
Moody.
Hated them.
Me too. I hate the little kid.
I know.
John, my lunch is in the John.
He was the worst.
Awful voice.
Terrible movie.
Kristen Makepeace.
Yeah, what happened to him? I finally saw Human Centipede over the weekend. Wow.
Wasn't it called Splice?
Human Centipede.
Nah, there's different movies. There is a movie called Splice. It's a different movie, though.
Which one was Human Centipede?
That's where people get sewed together, mouth to asshole.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Splice?
No.
No.
That was
Then
Human
what the fuck was
Centipede.
Splice?
Some different.
Some genetic thing, I
Yeah,
think.
it was
Okay.
more genetic than
DNA
just
or some shit.
literally just slapping people together and sewing their cut open mouth and cheeks to the assholes, to the sphincter and butt cheeks of the other person that's in front of you.
Was it supposed to be a legitimate horror movie, or were they going for the goof?
I was laughing, but I it was horrible enough where it was a horror movie.
Right. Who was the lucky guy? Did they have to fight it out for who got to go first? That's the lucky guy.
Well, the girl that tried to escape sealed her fate as being middle girl, and then her friend was at the end. And one of the funniest parts is when that the Asian guy that's in front is shitting, and the girl like behind him is like on.
Oh my God.
And the crazy, creepiest guy in any movie, I swear, German scientist.
That guy,
surgeon guy, is just going, yes, feed her.
Oh my God.
Swallow it, you bitch.
I found the movie to not be very good, but it was disturbing on a whole different level. Not because of what was going on in the movie, just because the movie really boils down to about 90 minutes of muffled crying.
Yes,
and it never ends.
They're all just constantly crying.
And then, like, when the movie's over, you go, why do I feel like depressed? Like, you feel terrible when the movie's over. Not because of the content, just because of just all the subliminal crying. It's just awful.
Crying and eating shit.
Except for the first guy who's had a massive heart-on shitting into the girl's mouth.
Yeah, the first guy got off easy, right?
Did he?
The last
he
girl,
doesn't do shit. That's all.
Yeah.
The last girl's lucky, though. At least she has fucking a nice girl shit in her mouth. That middle girl really gets the fucking bad end of the stick.
Some Asian shit in her mouth.
Oh, she's an Asian guy shit in her mouth.
Friend's head is up her ass.
What a weird movie.
How'd they breathe? Where was their nose?
Yeah, their nose was fine. It was just above.
Just their mouth.
They would breathe out.
Well, they
of
were
their,
hoping to,
out of their nose.
Were they hoping to do good numbers with this movie?
I don't know. It's becoming a little cult hit, though. I'll tell you.
You liked it?
Yeah, I thought it was funny. It's funny as fuck.
Was it supposed to be funny? Was it supposed to be kind of campy or not?
Well, I don't know. I think it was a little bit. He was so over the top creepy that, and he was saying a few things that were pretty, oddly funny.
Right.
That and then of course, Walking Dead on A&E, the new zombie show. I liked it. I give it a thumbs up.
I liked it. I watched it.
The establishing shot was fantastic when you get a guy that just blasts a little girl square in the forehead with a fucking .38.
Well, the only thing I took issue with was the fact that almost the entire show was like made up of homage shots of previous horror movies that I've seen before.
Yeah, that's true.
And I gave it a
28
pass.
days later.
Yeah, I gave it a pass. I was like, look, they're establishing everything. They just want to hook you in. So I'll give it a few more episodes. But, I mean, I've seen that shot before.
That's what
I've seen
I'll
that
do.
scene before. And like I felt myself picking it apart a little bit too much.
Yeah, but you're a zombie aficionado also.
I guess.
And I think they did have to do some character development there. And the zombie makeup was great, I think.
Yes, I thought it was fantastic.
And the shooting is great. Like, they don't hold back. There's heads being blown off, which is great. I'm definitely in. I set my DVR, which I never do for any show.
Yeah, no, I got my series manager going on.
Yeah, I got that one.
I'll
going.
give it a whirl.
Yeah, got to give it a chance. That was good. There was one more thing I watched that I thought was pretty good, but jeez, I can't remember. Another Hoarders episodes are always on, so love those. But yeah, just a fun-filled little weekend of partying and then watching a lot of television.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, we should take a break because we got a bunch of things before Jeff Dunham comes in here.
Oh.
He's bringing one of his puppets, too.
Book or something.
Yeah, he's got a book called All By Myself.
Man, this guy sells a tremendous amount of tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they love him out there,
Jeff
man.
is massive. I've never met him.
They fucking love him. So he'll be in here in a little bit. But after the break, I want to talk about Ron Howard is the greatest guy in Hollywood right now, man.
Yeah?
You heard about the Ron Howard thing?
Yeah, I heard about it. Didn't hear it.
He had one of the best statements ever as far as entertainment goes. We'll tell you what it was after the break. Also, Randy Quaid on Good Morning America with his girlfriend or wife or whatever she is.
He's lost his mind.
Is amazing fucking TV.
Randy Quaid.
Wait to hear what he was saying.
He really is crazy.
So we'll do that after the break as well. But first, this.
On the ice roads of Alaska.
Oh, hey, man, thank you so much for picking me up.
Someone is playing a deadly game.
I gotta tell you, man, most people wouldn't have stopped for a stranger.
The good Lord puts different things in one's path every day.
What?
There's always things happening around me ever since I was young, but not good things,
This Halloween.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared of the dark, too, but I go out there.
Prepare for the thrill ride of a lifetime.
What are you doing?
40,000 Americans a year die on the highways of America.
The Trucker.
I'm the funniest guy I know.
Opie and Anthony Show on the virus. Sirius XM.
Checking out Opie and Anthony. Thank you for that.
Yeah. On this November 2nd, Election Day. Yes, get out there and vote, people.
Are you voting
if you're a registered Republican?
You're going to be voting?
Yes, of course I am. I am going out to vote. I am voting out.
I'm in that
the incumbents.
I'm in that category where I don't go vote. So I don't have a say in what happens. That's what people tell me. I don't have a say because I don't vote.
I think people can have a say, that's for sure.
No, I'm not allowed to have a say because I don't vote.
No say.
People have been telling me that for years, so that's why I shut my mouth about politics.
No say?
No say. I have no say. Can't be bothered with that horse shit. Oh, yeah, it's America. We're supposed to vote.
I just like getting out there and giving my little opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you give your opinion every day on the radio. That should be good enough. You don't have to actually go out to a school and pull the levers, do you?
I want to see if we can fuck some people up, make them lose their jobs.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can vote, though. I don't know if I'm how do you know if you can?
Uh-oh.
Well,
What's on your record?
You have to register.
Boy.
I don't think I did.
Oh, you passed the deadline. You didn't register.
How do you register?
It's easy. You just fucking go online and you say, how do I register? And then you read and you do it.
Oh, thanks.
All right, listen. Ron Howard rules. I didn't know he had it in him. I really didn't know he had it in him to kind of take on the establishment. I guess we should have known because he kind of has a hippie thing going on with him. If you know anything about Ron Howard, with him and his wife, and I don't know. They either conceived their kids in cars or lived in cars for a while because they could. I don't know. There's a story behind that, but he's got a new movie out called The Dilemma, and there's a gay joke in it. A very, very who gives a shit gay joke. The gag has Vaughn's character, Vince Vaughn, right? The gag has Vince Vaughn's character, Ronnie Valentine, calling an electric car gay.
Uh-huh.
Like, as in, that's gay.
Yeah, that's gay.
Which we've been saying our entire lives.
Yes.
Not even knowing what gay was when we started saying that. So, Ron Howard, everyone wants him to take that line out of the movie.
What a fucking
They want him to
country.
take it out of the movie.
No.
Ron Howard said he will not pull a joke from his movie, The Dilemma, a Vince Vaughn vehicle set to be released in January that had gay rights groups up in arms when it was included in a trailer for the motion picture. So people have seen this scene already.
Mm-hmm.
I don't strip my films of everything that I might personally find inappropriate, Howard wrote in an email to the L.A. Times. It's a slight moment in The Dilemma meant to demonstrate an aspect of our lead character's personality, because the character's supposed to be this type of guy that would say that.
Yeah, why can't you do that?
And we never expected it to represent our intentions or the point of view of the movie or those of us who made it. Okay? Howard said he will not be scrapping the joke from the film as he does not believe in censorship. Oh, my God.
Guy rules.
And this is one of the greatest things I've read in many, many years. If storytellers, comedians, actors, and artists are strong-armed into making creative changes, it will endanger comedy as both entertainment and a provoker of thought, he wrote in the email. That's a beautiful statement.
He's absolutely right.
Something we've been saying for years.
Knows the deal.
You can't fuck with people trying to be creative and trying to be funny.
That's pretty much how we've been saying it, too. The way Ron Howard worded it was a little
better than how we've been saying it over the years.
But yeah, it's good for him.
God bless this guy, because when we yell and scream about this, no one listens to us. We're supposed to be just dopey asshole shock jocks.
He's Hollywood royalty.
Right, but when Ron Howard comes out and says it, my God, this is great for the fight that we've been fighting for years.
Eric Idle had a great quote, too, about comedians being likable and stuff. He goes, I just want someone to be funny. That's likable. I don't need them to be likable. Just be funny.
Right.
And it's the same vein. Stop trying to soften everything and make it palatable for every person. That's not the way it should be.
People get so angry.
And I want to read more of this because the Da Vinci Code director, Ron Howard, of course, added that he had nothing against electric cars himself. See, he even had to go, look, relax. I don't have anything against electric cars.
Why can't you portray a character that would be an asshole, that would say certain things or whatever?
Used to be able to.
It's a character.
They still have those characters, but they're not saying assholey things.
I think
which makes it so fucking bizarre when you watch these movies.
I think he should have hit Glad harder. Because they're really powerful.
I'm just glad he hit.
But
it's about time someone fucking hit.
I've had really enough of them because it's like for a group that like really defends people who are treated badly, what's the point where they stop being needed or being like intelligent and going, this is to defend people like Matthew Shepard who's beaten to death. And where does it go to, hey, jokes aren't nice.
Right.
Jokes never lead to a guy being beaten to death.
Yeah.
Ever.
GLAAD President Jared Barrio said that Ron Howard was contributing to the problem of gay bullying by leaving the joke in the film.
Shut up, gay bullying. Stop it.
At a time when so many in our country are speaking out against the bullying of gay youth, Universal was right to acknowledge the offensive nature of this joke when it removed it from the trailers, he said in a statement. So they removed it from the trailers, but they're not going to remove it from the movie.
Ron Howard,
Universal removed it from the trailers. Ron Howard probably didn't have a say, and he's probably very pissed about it.
Ron Howard probably, I'm going to guess he's one of the guys in Hollywood that has, very few of them have final cut of their own movies.
Right.
Kubrick had it. Spielberg, I'm sure, has it. I'm guessing Ron Howard has it, too.
So can he have them stop it from taking it out of them from taking it out of the trailer?
I'm going to guess no, because how they advertise it is
But
a
it will
studio
be in the
thing.
actual movie.
Yeah, I think that he probably has control. I'm totally speculating.
We'll see.
Hopefully in the future, Universal and Ron Howard will recognize the power of their words and use their films to bring people together rather than drive us up.
Films aren't to bring people together. Fucking people are idiots.
And we'll never be together. That's why this is all a waste of time. As human beings, we're never all going to be together.
And films aren't made to make people come together. Unless they're just coming together to sit in a stupid movie theater. That's where it ends. They're not going to watch the movie and go, it's good that this brings people together and sends a message. Sometimes it's just for entertainment,
Right.
you fucko.
That's why we have so many bad comedies out there. But so many bad comedies.
Just grab a dick and put it in someone's ass and shut up.
But I think GLAAD is full of shit when they say that. And that's like every special interest group. They say, well, it's supposed to bring people. They can't be honest and go, look, it offends me, so I don't want you to say it. That's all it is. Yeah. I don't like it. You shouldn't say it. But that's too selfish a statement.
Right.
So you have to make it look like it's for the greater good. Well, I mean, technically, it's supposed to bring us together. But it's funny that they don't have any problem with the GLAAD's not complaining about murders in movies. They're not complaining about Italians being played as mobsters. Like, shut the fuck up.
Right. The issues around Dilemma started earlier this month when CNN's Anderson Cooper took issue with the trailer, stating it was unacceptable in the wake of gay teen suicides.
Fuck Anderson Cooper, too. You're making a big... How about the fucking shithouse news organization you work for? The way they prostitute all this stuff, and they make it attractive for people to do by putting it out there in everybody's living room. Stop it.
Well, Anderson
Why doesn't he pop out of the closet?
Thank you. Well,
Mr. Brave Guy.
Well, we've heard, but he's taking on this gay bullying thing. Why doesn't he do just that if that's what he's all about? Because that would really help the issue and push it forward. Like, look, see, it's okay to be gay.
Push it forward.
He could make that message a lot stronger if he talks about what's going on in his life. If that's true.
But why is he sticking his fucking face in what a comedy is doing?
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
No, I understand why he'd stick his face there. Who wouldn't? But really, what do you get? You're a news guy. You're covering the war, and you're worried about what they're doing. And if you really equate teen bullying to a guy saying an electric car is gay,
yeah. I think that's the line, pretty much.
It's a common speak thing. It's like one of those things in our language. It's like saying something's a black comedy. Oh, it was a black comedy. We're not going to be able to say that because that's too much of a negative stereotype with black people. Stop it.
Oh, watch it.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, you would say to your friend, don't be gay or stop being a faggot.
Yeah.
But it didn't mean you were going to go out and beat the shit out of a gay person.
No, you were just
that's a big step between saying that and actually being a lunatic and a psychopath and doing just that.
If he wouldn't go out or wouldn't drive you to the liquor store or so whatever, he was being gay.
Right.
Don't be gay.
No, that contributes to the cult. See, it contributes to the overall cultural view of it being acceptable to be negative and to reinforce negativity. That's the garbage they say.
Tell you the truth, I think what they do as far as censorship and being general nudges and pain in the asses do a lot more to hurt your cause than somebody calling something gay.
And this is why GLAAD's annoying, too. Because they say that Ron Howard's thing is negative, and yet when it comes to the Halloween parade or the gay pride parade, where it's not just people marching, but there's overtly sexual and outlandish stuff.
Sure.
They don't speak out against that, and they don't say that that's bad and hurting their cause.
Sure.
But Ron Howard's gay joke
That
is.
certainly hurts the cause way more than a dumb joke in a Ron Howard movie.
I don't know how many gay men I saw jumping around half nude with each other at my house before I watched the parade on TV.
Exactly. I was so embarrassed my stomach was jiggling.
They have the parade on TV?
Yeah, it was on TV. Somebody had mentioned it because I guess Jill was hosting it or something.
So you checked it
I was
out.
like, yeah, your ex is on there. Check it out.
I think, Jimmy, you make
for a second.
I think you make a great point because they're looking for tolerance from I guess heterosexuals, whatever. But when you see how it's represented in these parades, how are you gonna get people to understand, right?
Yeah,
Glenn should be speaking out and go, can you please put some clothes on? We're in the fight of our lives here.
Yeah.
Could you please not whip another guy as you're going down Broadway or wherever the hell the parade is?
And that's the stereotype that gets picked up, and what
Of
people go like,
course.
oh, God, you want these people teaching my children in school? You want them adopting children?
What are they?
And that's the stereotype that people know, especially in the Midwest, when they don't know about this city. They look at that shit and just go like, ugh.
They got to clean up their own backyard, as they say, right?
Well,
or clean up their own back door.
It's just the idea of them maybe they do criticize it. I haven't heard it, but if
I don't hear it as loud as what we're hearing with this Ron Howard line.
Their whole argument of, well, we celebrate all aspects of our whatever they call it, orientation, or that does more, like Ant said, to reinforce a stereotype in people's mind than someone making a gay joke.
Right.
If I'm going to be uncomfortable with the gay culture, it's going to be definitely over what I see in the parade, over a dumb line in a movie. To simplify it. Way more uncomfortable seeing, some of the stuff that goes on at the parades.
It gets people worked up.
Yeah.
Yet they would never condemn the parade. The GLAAD would never condemn the parade. We're just expressing ourselves and having fun. People don't see it like that.
Right.
People are offended by it, I guess.
Stop it trying to bring everyone together. It's okay that we're not going to be together.
Especially in comedy
it's just okay.
A lot of entertainment.
It's not
meant for that.
Learn about other groups and all that, fine. But to actually try to make everyone live as one happy unit, it's never going to happen. It just isn't going to happen. You're wasting your fucking time. You really are.
Movies sure aren't going to do it. So.
It's not what they're intended to do.
What do you mean? Movies are doing it.
Well, they're not bringing people together.
No, but in the movie themselves, everyone lives as one happy fucking unit.
Well, that's ridiculous.
That's why you don't get a lot of great movies anymore, especially comedies. What was the last great comedy?
Something About Mary was very funny. I thought Observe and Report was hilarious.
I thought Superbad was really funny.
And,
all right, so
there's a few.
There was a little bit of a comeback with the Judd Apatow movies, right?
Yeah,
a little bit. But there's comedies being released almost every week. We're not talking about the latest comedy we saw. We're just not talking about it anymore.
Oh my God, they're awful.
Yeah, what movie were we talking about the other day, and we couldn't believe the language? We were playing a clip or something.
Back to the Future.
Oh, Back to the Future.
Beat
sure.
it, spook.
Right. Yeah, you're not going to get that nowadays.
Yeah, he says shit quite a few times. Son of a bitch.
Right.
Fucking date rape scenes.
Right.
It's a lot of shit going on.
Right. Just to make people laugh. That's it.
Yeah, people are laughing.
That's it. We're not looking for dumb messages because a filmmaker had some rape stuff in a movie.
And one of the problems is the way people have responded. They've responded too softly. Like, they're too hey, look, no, we don't. No, I didn't. Like, instead of just being, if you're a comic and you know how full of shit that what they're saying is, in any special interest group, you should attack it.
Say it. Well, don't
brutal.
be apologetic. Don't sit there and try to beat around the bush.
Attack the self-righteousness of them coming after you.
Yeah.
And know what's great about this story is already going away because Ron Howard said what he said.
Right.
It's going away. See, this is what you try to yell and scream at the corporations. Just fucking hang in there and fight back a little bit, and these people will go to something else.
Yeah, you don't think GLAAD is sitting there reading his statement going, oh, fuck.
Well, of course
he's got
they are.
a great point here, and we're fucked.
Then we're
sunk.
They'll go to another cause where the people might be weaker and cave in. That's how it works, but they don't understand
everywhere.
it. Once again, I got to say it again. Ron Howard, if storytellers, comedians, actors, and artists are strong-armed into making creative changes, it will endanger comedy as both entertainment and a provoker of thought. So that's a great fucking statement.
Yeah.
Fucking great
statement.
Well, no,
GLAAD would be very comfortable censoring your speech according to what their ideology is. They would never want, if you said to Glad, do you want free speech to go away? They would say, absolutely not.
Right.
But that joke should be changed, and this should be changed.
Yeah.
They're all so fucking sickening.
It's bullying and hate speech. Shut up.
That's a lie. It's not hate speech.
In all fairness, The Hangover was obviously a great comedy.
I didn't see it.
Did you see The Hangover?
I didn't think it was that good.
You didn't like The Hangover?
No.
What was the problem with The Hangover?
A little too over the toppy, fucking.
Well, it's Vegas, though. You know,
it was like it was just supposed to be outrageous. Danny had a great take on it too. It was the same thing. It was like, who cares?
It was just so. It was so crazy. Like you're supposed to watch and go, "Oh, I can't believe that scene!" And oh, this scene's going to be even crazier than that. Oh, there's a tiger and Mike Tyson. It was just like,
that's crazy. They had a wild night.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and it was like,
I like that.
How about you just write a good movie?
Yeah, I like that.
Watch it and I'll laugh.
Observe and Rapport was a movie no one saw, which was a great comedy. I loved it. Jimmy loved it.
Funny as fuck,
it was the real Mall Cop. How Mall Cop should have been made.
Didn't Ray Liotta just go, I hate your fucking guts?
Yeah.
Didn't he scream at him?
Oh, yeah.
When he finally explodes, it was terrific.
Yeah. Highly recommend it if you haven't seen that movie. Check it out and then call the show and if you don't agree, that's fine. But I loved that fucking movie. And Role Models. Anyone see Role Models?
No.
With Sean William Scott.
Did not see that one.
Check out Role Models and tell me what you think. I thought that movie was hilarious. It's one of those movies that grows on you too. So that's the Ron Howard thing.
Ron Howard thing.
My namesake.
Yes.
Well, that's why Opie, because I looked like fucking Ron Howard when he was a little kid.
When he was fishing.
And now he looks like my uncle or something. It's creepy, actually.
Yeah, he was able to work that comb over in Happy Days for quite a while.
Yeah.
He spun that around like a Carvel.
A lot of hairspray, I think.
Yeah.
And a lot of glue on the other side, I think.
Yeah.
To glue the top of his hair to the other side of his head.
Yeah.
But what the hell? What the hell? He's saying some good shit. Thank God someone finally spoke out. I don't know if it'll make a difference. I think.
Well, he's powerful enough, too, where...
I'm hoping.
Yeah. He's Ron Howard. They can't fuck... I bet he has
to
final
explain... Can you imagine that we live in a world where he then has to explain that he has nothing against electric cars because he made fun of them? That's the world we live in.
Yeah, because the gay electric car people get mad.
Because they were mad too, so we had to explain. I don't have anything against electric cars.
It's a character in a movie, not me.
Right.
See, that's how it works.
Right. I hope they remake Blazing Saddles to see what this fucking world has become.
Yeah,
a watered down version of Blazing Saddles.
See how that works.
You think they can make that film?
Well, if they made the sheriff a white guy, then they could goof on him all they want.
Sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of...
So they'd have to do that.
God bless Nick DiPaolo, because he was the first to say it, and we certainly have, continue saying it about the white guy being just humiliated in commercials and stuff. Yeah. Did you see the new commercial for Progressive Insurance with Flo?
Yeah.
Where the guy's wearing a purse? He's now wearing a purse. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
Can you get that really fast, Danny? I don't know if it's online. Where, they come in for insurance and the
emasculated
and
white
the wife
guy
is there to take care of the car insurance.
Yeah, he's just...
And the white dumpy guy, they get a white dumpy guy, just is standing next to her. And he's got a purse on.
Yeah.
But they call it in English, whatever.
It's a
European fucking thing.
Something.
And then he has to say, well, my wife bought this for me.
And then he looks over at her
it's a European carry-on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
European carry-on.
If this doesn't push the point big time that Nick told us about first.
Emasculated white guys all over TV.
But this one, really, now we're going to just have guys wearing purses on TV? White guys? Is this it?
Yeah. May I help you? Yes, we're looking to save on car insurance, even if that means we have to shop all day, right, honey?
Yep, all day.
Good thing you're starting here. We compare your Progressive Direct rate to other top companies, so you can save money. Look,
you saved a lot.
And quick, too.
And no more holding her purse.
It's a European shoulder bag.
It was a gift.
Shopping less and saving more.
Yeah, his balls are in there. See, his fucking balls are in there.
It annoys me, but part of it's so over the top and so in that direction now. Only the people who are doing well would allow that beating on themselves.
Yeah.
Meaning, you could never do it to women because they still feel like victims. You can't do it to blacks or Mexicans or anybody because they feel like victims. White guys don't feel like victims. Meaning, that's why we're like, hey, go ahead, make fun of me. I don't give a fuck.
Honestly, in the end, I don't even really give a shit, but...
It's just another example.
But there's so many of these enough already. Like, go in another direction with the commercials. Try to figure something new out because we get it. White guy sucks and white guy is all frumpy and wears fucking purses.
It's all white self-flagellation. That's all it is.
I love the fact that you cannot find a black guy in a commercial now that isn't wearing a suit and tie and coming home from the office to his wonderful family and kids and getting into some intelligent conversation with his wife. Like, hey, I'm sure that exists. You know,
I'm sure that exists.
Hey, I'm sure it exists.
It does exist.
But I mean, they are way over the top with trying not to get black people upset by the way they're portrayed on television.
It is simply, it's almost like if you're doing a commercial and you're desperately afraid that the way you really feel about people is going to come out. So you just go the other way. That's why they all make it all white people, because they're so afraid that if they make a black criminal in the burglar alarm commercial, that the fact that they really think that fucking blacks, they're criminals, will become apparent. If they make the black the bungling idiot, they're afraid the fact that they really think blacks are bungling, incompetent idiots will be apparent. So, like, we can't do that. Make him the smart guy. That's what they like. They like to be seen as smart. It's nonsense.
And then, oh god, there was an Olive Garden commercial. I was just like,
yay!
It was, it was like my nightmare. This girl is like, I'm finally introducing my boyfriend to all my friends. So we decided to go to Olive Garden. And they're all sitting down, sharing that shit food. And they pan around the table, and it's a fucking Benetton ad. There's this chick, and then there's the Asian girl, and the black guy. And it's just a smorgasbord of culture all across. And then she goes, I think they liked him. And that would be like, oh, you want to go to Olive Garden with my friends? First of all, I'd be like, ugh, Olive Garden. But, you know, if you want to get laid, what the fuck?
Yeah, will you suck my dick in the car after I meet your shit friends, you whore?
And then I'd sit down with a friend and go, I can't say one joke.
Exactly.
I'm done.
Hey, you know, if you and you were on a boat, I think I'd throw her off first. They're just idiots.
But But, you know, in commercials and movies, once again, we all live in harmony, man.
When
that's never going to happen in real life.
When they show parties, it is such a racially diverse mix of guests at the party that it's ridiculous. I mean, like I said, yes, it happens. It's not commonplace. Sorry. It's just not the way it is.
You're speaking from the white man's perspective.
Yeah, man. Yo.
But just to throw it out there, you know, blacks don't want to be hanging out with, you know, a ton of white people.
No, if there's a black party, it's going to be a lot of black people there.
And honestly,
sorry.
And if you talk to Asians openly, and if they were going to be honest, they're like, no, we don't want to fucking hang out with you and black people. We want to hang out with our own kind. That's just how it is.
Parties.
And then you got maybe a few people that are invited to the party, and everyone gets along with. Fine. But in general, that's how it is.
There's a new commercial out for I think it's like for old people so they don't get their Medicaid cards stolen, and it's a old white couple and an old black couple sitting there in a house in some housing community in a house, and they're playing bridge together or rummy or whatever the fuck they're playing. And they're just like dealing the cards and talking about, you got to watch those insurance cards, make sure they don't get. And all I'm thinking is, this guy would be the most racist old fuck ever.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Would never have them invite black people over his house. My goodness.
Of course.
Commercials, like, look, they're whores, so I understand why they do it. Because they want to advertise to blacks and Chinese and whites, and they want everybody to buy their shit. Movies are inexcusable, though.
Yeah,
like when movies are. I mean, I guess they want everybody to like it, but it's just.
I'm not. You know, believe me, I'm not boycotting. I could give a flying fuck in reality, but the thing is, it's just so phony. It's the phoniness of it that gets me.
Right.
Not the fact, and I understand their motives, and they're so phony.
That's true. I'm explaining that to a smart guy. I'm sorry.
Oh no, Yemi.
You can't force people to get along. It's got to just kind of happen naturally, which will never happen. The masses will never just get along with each other. They just won't.
Yeah, the DJ Hero commercial people are bringing up.
Right.
Where everyone's getting along and Got the little white girl with the braces kissing the black guy, and the black guy then all of a sudden has the braces on because they're showing how, you could kind of mix cultures and everything together, and it's just, oh boy, there's a website that does not like this commercial. Oh boy, I tell you, a lot of comments.
Yeah.
Slides the tattoo onto her, and then look at this. Oh, Jesus Christ. Where's that girl's father?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, I do.
I'll tell you why.
Jesus,
only because it really does happen a lot.
Oh, I know.
Why does that bother you so much, Ann? If you don't even,
I just read a bunch of things.
But this will never affect you. You don't have don't have a daughter that's gonna come home with a black boyfriend or anything.
It affects me. It's a thug culture being picked up by certain impressionable dumb white kids. That's all. I don't mind. Hey, I could give a shit if a nice upstanding young black guy wants to fucking hook up with some white broad, whatever. But it's that thug culture of just getting the prize that's like, fuck you, because you ain't got no prize to give me back.
Jesus.
It's the truth. Ain't no prize for me.
Well, you're going to have a good day today.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Obama's going to be even weaker today.
That's true.
So that should make you really happy today.
Some people didn't get my little joke last night.
What was your
People are
joke?
just stupid. I tweeted something. It was like I said, it's ironic that with all the foreclosures that have happened over the past 2 years, that tomorrow Obama's going to lose his house. And then some guy was like, "It's not the presidential election, dummy. The White House isn't up for grabs." And he was serious. It wasn't him trying to be funny about it. And it's like, no, it's his house now because he's got the majority, the Democrats. So it's his House of Representatives. You dumb fucking shitheads. Don't you even understand the
That's a good line.
The goof? It's like, yeah, it was just a goof and stuff, whatever.
Why does the one person bother you, though? I'm sure a lot of people...
there were a couple that, didn't get it.
A lot of people, I'm sure, got the joke or the line.
Oh, and then he ends it with, something like, why aren't you on testicular radio anymore, meaning terrestrial? And I said, who wants to be?
Yeah, when people shove that in our faces, I don't really get
Testicles?
that anymore. Well, that too.
We have to thank them for it.
If whatever you call it, regular radio, gets their shit together, I'd love to get back.
Yeah, but
right now, that really doesn't bother us.
Didn't you listen to Jocktober and what you can get away with? Nothing.
I clicked my heels when we finally went off radio.
I know.
I missed it. There's a lot of people to talk to. I couldn't be fucking happier that we are off that shit medium.
I listened to some of the best ofs from CBS when we were on CBS. Now, NEW is another story. We were under the radar. It was a whole different time. Mm-hmm. Whatever. We got away with murder on there.
We sure did.
The CBS side, right before we came here permanently, just exclusively.
Stunk.
I listened to some of it, and I'm like, it's frustrating. I go, I just want to. I'm listening, going, why can't I just say dick? Or fucking, something.
That was awful.
Twat.
Not even that. There was other stuff that we should have been able to say we weren't allowed to say. Whatever. The guy hung up. Fuck. I like talking about comedies. He said something like, well, every time you guys talk about good comedies, why don't you bring up Idiocracy or whatever?
Idiocracy.
A lot of people talk about that movie. I've never fucking seen it.
I've seen it. It's,
Is it good? What is it about?
Yeah, the idea is good. The guys that go way, way in the future and realize that people have just gotten dumber and dumber and dumber to the point where they're just profoundly stupid. Mm-hmm. And they're not.
No.
Yeah.
That was it, huh?
That's pretty much it. What am I going to do?
This guy's a theory about
synopsis on it like it's a cuckoo's nest.
Shiz in Jersey. What's up, Shiz?
Hey, Jizz.
Hey, man.
Get it?
I was wondering if you guys thought my same theory applied to Home Depot. They're always catering to, black people. It's like, if something breaks, all you hear is two black women talking about, I can't afford this or that. They're like, the Home Depot, 1 hour. I just kind of thought, the only people you hear are black people. And it's like, what do they just think? They're the only poor people around here?
Yeah, there's a lot of poor white people.
Yeah.
Going to the Adirondacks.
The Home Depot is just about black people now.
Well, McDonald's has given up and just caters to black people now. which is amazing. I remember as a kid, it was, yeah, you take your family to McDonald's. Now it's just...
You would never go to McDonald's now?
I would never go just because I'm not going to eat that shit.
It's terrible.
I'm not eating food that's just going to fucking clog up every fucking little tube in your body.
Well, don't forget
the McRib is back for a limited time only. And believe me, those commercials are a joy.
Well, why limited time only? If it's that good, why don't they just bring it back?
I don't know. I think they put it out
Marketing
there just long enough so people aren't actually falling down dead as they walk out of McDonald's doors. And then they take it away. The second people's cholesterol reaches 600, they pull it.
Salt is evil, huh?
Wow. It's the only thing that makes any of that shit taste good.
Fuck, what it does to you, though. It makes me clench my fist so tight that it hurts. That's what salt does to me. And all that food just has a shitload of fucking salt.
And they got to have the soul jazzy music behind it with that's an old school McDonald's commercial. Yeah, look at that. It's about chasing the Hamburglar around.
Yeah, it was nice.
There it is.
Happier times, right?
Yeah, happier times. No, there's nothing about ethnicity in this. It's not like, now it's just, come on down to McDonald's for a McRib sandwich. Come on down. McDonald's.
You live in a compound. Why does this bother you?
Because it's the world outside, and it's so fake.
But you already decided not to live in that
phony.
world. You got everything you need in your compound. You maybe venture out every once in a while to a casino or a cruise ship. That's it. You don't, you don't have to worry about.
I present myself as someone that doesn't leave the house. I go out a lot, believe me.
And you see some stuff.
I'm out a lot. I drive every day, which is a pain in the ass, which you just look at people, and I could fucking call. I could call it a mile away when I see a car. I go, I know who's driving that car. And I look in and go, yep, I was right. Rarely wrong. Sometimes I am, and it's a surprise.
All right. Is
Jeff's here?
Is he here?
Yeah.
Want to bring him in? Where is he?
He's in the office.
Yeah, let's bring him in.
Bring him
Or you want to do a quick break? How do you want to do this?
How much time does he have?
Half hour, I think.
Oh, yeah, all right. Bring him in then.
Yeah, get him.
Yeah, he's got to get it.
Yeah, bring him.
So puppet's got to be somewhere. Hey, George.
George, have the mirror.
George, have the mirror.
Otto hates that. I wonder if he does.
What?
Yeah.
Otto hates when people talk about George as a separate entity.
Reference.
Drives him nuts.
Yeah.
But he talks about it as a
No, but I
separate
mean, like,
entity.
when they joke about it, like, let George drive, you know.
Let George
He hates
drive.
that.
Yeah.
I've been torturing him with that for years.
Oh, I know. I love doing it to him.
But I used to bring him on. I'd be like Otto and his wooden buddy George. I knew it was like a knife in his chest.
His wooden buddy.
He made him sick to his stomach.
Walking down the hall, there he is.
Right.
Yes, that's Jeff Dunham, all right.
Oh, with a big
Jeff.
suitcase.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony show, sir.
Thanks very much.
I hope you weren't listening to the show. We were a little bitter there.
No, I was trying to figure out what the McDonald's thing was. Everybody was talking, and I was listening. And...
Yeah, you were listening to the whole thing?
I don't need it.
Hey,
Jesse.
how are you?
Yeah.
It's probably a sponsor of yours in some way, shape, or form.
Jeff Dunham's got a book out all by myself.
Thanks very much.
Yes, and
It's a thick book.
It is a thick book.
How long did it take you to write that one?
About 14 months. It was a pain in the ass. It really was. It was like I woke up, and most autobiographies have ghostwriters, and we started with one, and the guy was very nice and did a good job, but after a couple chapters, I looked at, as a stand-up, your words are everything, and I went, this is not me. I don't sound like this. Sorry. So we threw it all away. 14 months later, it was every morning I'd wake up, or every time I walk off stage, it's like, crap, I got to go write the book.
Oh, yeah, that's like work.
Yeah, oh, it is. It's like a never-ending English assignment. And, but, there's all kinds of stories, and it's 40 years of performing, and lots of ups and lots of downs, and it's all right there, so.
Wait, when did you start performing?
When I was 8.
Yeah, okay. Because when you said 40 years, I'm like, we're not looking at a 60-year-old man here.
There's pictures in here that are cool, though, man. It's like from, like, the late 70s interviews from, like, 1976,
You see who that is?
1975.
Yeah, but wait, don't say anything yet. Don't hit the punchline. It shows me sitting on the couch with me. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my God.
Don't say the punchline yet. It shows me on the couch. I'm 14 years old, sitting on the couch at my parents' house, dummy on my knee. It's a 1976. It's a film camera. That's how old it was, because videotape was only being used in sports and news at that time. And the reporter is a long-haired Bill O'Reilly.
That looks nothing like Bill O'Reilly.
He looks like Michael Nesmith from the Monkees.
Yes,
Look at that.
he does.
That bottom, that's
I
that's
can't
O'Reilly.
believe that's Bill O'Reilly.
Right.
It's a side shot, so you don't really get a good
but
look
that
at his
picture,
face. But
that picture and the accompanying film that took me 14 years to finally get.
Are you kidding
yeah,
me?
it took me 14 years to get it.
Why was it so hard to get? It was just
because it was the ABC affiliate in Dallas. They
What a
had
hippie.
Right, exactly. See, that's the joke. I was 14 living with my parents. They made me get that haircut.
Yeah.
Bill had the choice.
Bill chose that hair.
He looks like Herb Tarlick.
But it took me 14 years to get it because they'd archived, it was the ABC affiliate, and they had archived all the films. Nobody had organized it.
But
And
you're
so it
Jeff
was literally-
Dunham.
Huh?
But you're Jeff Dunham.
That was how we got it. Finally, somebody went, okay. And we literally had to pay a guy to sit there and go through hours and hours of film. And the way he said, can you narrow it down to when it was? My parents couldn't remember. And I'm looking at the picture and I went, wait a minute. There's azaleas in the flower pot on the table. And I said, Mom, did you ever have fake flowers? And she goes, no. And I knew it because azaleas only grow for like a month in Dallas. So I narrowed it down to a month.
CSI?
That's how Columbo solves murders.
Columbo. Is Peter Falk still alive?
I don't think so. If he is, he shouldn't be.
I gotta rub it into Jimmy a little bit. So you got a lot of great pictures.
He has
in
good
the book.
photos, man.
I'm sure the book is good too, but I mean, we all go to the pictures
go
first,
straight to
right?
the pictures, right.
Jimmy, how jealous are you of some of these pictures he's got? He's got George Burns.
Yeah, he's
Bob
got some
Hope.
great. My favorite, I'd say, the one I would want the most if I had any of them,
Johnny Carson
would be Carson.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I never met Carson.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a cool night. That was the first time I was on. I was on with them 4 times.
1990.
They repeated one of them, so I usually say 5, but it was 4.
Yeah.
So, that was a Friday. Friday night was the time with Carson. Now it's Thursday night is the best night, but Friday night, that was his night. It was the best audience, and that night it was Bob Hope, B.B. King, and me.
Jesus.
And it was that was awesome. And I look back at the tape now, and I just kind of cringe because that was a long time ago. But then that was an awesome night. And I did my little bit with Peanut and jalapeno on a stick on stand-up. And, you never go to the couch on your first time. And Freddie DeCordova, the producer, had said, just put Walter behind the couch just in case. And he goes, there's no way he'll get over here on the first time, but just in case. And I finished my stand-up, got ready to walk backstage, and the guy waves me over to the couch. And if I watch the tape, I can see this instant of horror in my eyes of like, what the hell? I remember I heard Letterman saying, talking to Carson your first time on is like talking to the guy on the $5 bill. You've seen him your whole life, but what the hell are you going to ask or say to him? Right.
How much time did you have on panel though the first time?
Well, I don't remember. I just kind of fumbled around a little bit, but then I pulled Walter out, and then I had all these lines in my head, and it was like, do you know who this is? Yeah, it's my wife's first husband. And and he starts looking at Ed. Stop sending me all your damn mail. Don't you have some envelopes to lick? Those kind of things.
Oh, right on, bro.
Yeah. So, but at the end though, Carson goes, he thanked everybody. Jeff, thanks for coming. Hope you can come back soon. And Walters goes, yeah, well, it'll be a cold day in hell before you get me back here. So, and luckily Carson laughed.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, that would have sucked if it ended on a complete zilch.
Yeah, and there are a couple comics you hear about that just completely died, and Carson would be angry, and you never came back.
On the couch died?
Both. Oh yeah, both, and you never got back.
Can you name one of those guys?
No, I don't want to.
All right, that's fine. Hey, did Bob Hope talk to you, or you just get the picture?
There's a couple stories in there. I actually I won a collegiate talent show, and that's how I got really started in big show business. And the woman that set all this up kept pairing me with Bob Hope around the country because he would always do these parents' weekends at universities. And so I was the opening act in a bunch of different
Bob
ones.
Hope.
Yeah. Well, here's a couple of the stories. My favorite one was before a show one night. He goes, he came up to me. He goes, so what are you doing after the show? And I said, well, I'm going back to the hotel. And he goes, well, and this was when I lived in California. He goes, why don't you get on the plane with me and Dolores and fly back to Burbank? And I'm like, Bob Hope's private plane. Okay, I'm there. And so I literally, in the middle of the night, I'm sitting there going, how the hell did this happen? And if I said it once, I said it 10 times. No, Mrs. Hope, I don't know how to play canasta.
Oh, she kept offering to play cards with you?
Yeah, she wanted to play cards. I was like, I have no idea how to play that.
What do you say to Bob Hope for all that time? He's a legend, but I would have nothing to say to him.
Well, the sad part was he couldn't hear and he couldn't see. And he refused to ever wear glasses or hearing aids. So, you had to yell at him in simple sentences. And the funniest part was I did a young comedian's NBC special with him, and literally the cue cards were, the camera was a foot from his face, and the cue cards were right there, and the lettering was as big as Montana.
Right in front of his face.
Yeah, right in front of his face.
We got to back up. You were warming up for Bob Hope. Right. When he was in that condition, was he still killing on stage?
Oh, it was same thing with George Burns. There's a story in there about George Burns when I was working with him, and it was like same kind of deal. George was worse, though. You see this tottering little old man come out of this limo, and I'm like, what debt does he have to pay? How much money does he owe that he has to do this? And he shuffles, he can barely walk, and there's thousands of people waiting to see him, and I'm like, I don't even want to see this. This is going to be horrible. Then the light goes on, the microphone turns on, he grabs a cigar, he goes in the middle of the stage, and it was like somebody hit him with defibrillators. The guy was just like walking around on the stage, telling jokes, and the timing was there, and it was, and then he'd walk off stage, spotlight go off, and there's this little old man.
Old-fashioned show business.
That's exactly right. But
the
Bob
show
Hope
must go on, right?
Bob Hope was different because he had his conductor, his piano player, and when he'd forget what the next joke was, he'd walk over to the piano player would whisper it to him, and they'd walk back to the mic and tell the joke.
Wow.
Well, Rickles is still sharp. At his age, in his mid-80s, a lot of those guys,
right?
comedians have a long fucking life.
But it looks like George Burns just waited all day to have that 1 hour of energy.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Just got it together for the hour on stage.
And you can see in this picture, that's what the caption was, you can see how excited he is to meet me. He's like, somebody snapped this picture, and he's just like...
1984.
Yeah, he's like, good God, this guy's like, one more photo.
You can't tell what Burns is thinking. You can tell he's not thrilled.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a very mediocre look on George Burns' face.
Many other pictures you have, Jim.
I've never had a happy celebrity in a photo.
Mickey Rooney, I was on the road with him. Do you remember a musical called Sugar Babies? Yeah.
No, the name,
Broadway
never saw it.
back in the 80s.
Was it good?
Yeah, what they did
I remember
was...
that one.
Who
was the woman that was in it?
Ann Miller.
Ann Miller, right.
Sugar baby's a term, by the way, that a girl refers to herself when she has a sugar daddy. That's what a prostitute would put out on Craigslist. I'm a sugar baby. Yeah.
Oh, you know that?
Is that right?
Yeah. I didn't know it was a musical.
I didn't know that. Yeah. All right. But on the road with him for a year, and it was, the guy's nuts. Frickin' nuts. And he's 4 feet tall.
Oh, he's tiny.
And after I was in the show for about a week, he called me into his dressing room, and he goes, and I was doing pretty well, even with these old audiences, and he says, remember, stuck his finger in my face, and he goes, remember, the only reason you're here is so I can change clothes.
Wow.
What a dick.
Put me in my place, and I just went, yes, sir. All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah, what do you say to that, right?
Yeah.
You need the gig, or want the gig.
He was kind of right. I mean, you know what I mean? So there was a variety act there just so he could change clothes for the next sketch.
Yeah, you were a time buffer.
Exactly.
Yeah, he would say that, though.
Yeah, exactly.
He was a dick. I met him
but
here.
He's known to be like really abrasive.
He found that I was a dirty comic, and he wasn't mean to me, but we took a photo together, and then someone's like, Mickey goes, give me a joke. This is recently, before his 90th birthday. I'm like, look, dude, you would not enjoy what I have to give you, Mickey. Trust me. I'm dirty. And he goes, oh, you should. And instead of laughing it off, he's like, you shouldn't curse. You'll lose the audience. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, shut up. Shut your face.
But he was nuts. I mean, the guy... You wish, even when you're 50, you have the energy this guy had at 65.
Rooney.
I mean, good
Mickey
God.
Rooney.
Yeah, but to carry on a conversation with him was just to listen. You never got a word in.
Yeah,
he holds court, right? One of those guys.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And it's amazing. I'm very tough here with what I should have said to Mickey Rooney, but I actually listened to his lecture. I was like, no, you're right. I shouldn't curse. Like a fucking worm that I was. Then he walked away.
Thank you.
I just took my lesson.
For the advice.
Yeah, good point.
I'm looking at another picture here that is just frightening.
Uh-oh.
You build your own choppers?
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with you? When did you start that hobby?
Go look at rotorway.com. It's like,
oh boy.
It's now this company's been in business for decades. They build kit helicopters. It seats 2 people, goes 100 miles an hour. I'm working on the 4th one right now. I'll build them, fly them for a few hundred hours, and sell them and go do another one.
They are pretty cool.
You build them from scratch?
From the kit, yeah.
That's good. It worked out well for John Denver. What's the matter with you?
Well, John Denver didn't build it.
You know how much money you got? What are you, nuts?
No, it's fun. I don't have much time anymore. But
Yeah, we know how much he has. He builds his own helicopter.
Oh, I get it.
As a hobby. Yeah, built
that's
4
a hobby.
helicopters.
But
I know when we were like fired for 2 years, I built radio control helicopters.
He's building the real thing.
I could not imagine building the real thing.
Did you get good at flying them?
Yeah, not too bad by the end of our time off.
Right.
Got pretty good.
But the question I have is, okay, now you've been doing it since, what, 1985?
We're doing what?
Building helicopters?
Yeah.
Choppers? So 25 years, right?
86, right.
But
wow, damn.
the first one you built, you were brave enough to try it out?
Well, what you do is you go to the factory and they give you, you earn you get your license, and they teach you to hover. Then you go home and you master the hovering on your new
how
helicopter.
high? How high?
18 inches to 3 feet. Anything above 3
piece of
feet.
cake.
Anything above 3 feet, the engine goes out and you're going to bend something. But yeah, the first time there's an air scoop underneath the belly of the helicopter, and I built the whole thing. And so the first time I'm out there and I get to hovering, and I'm hovering around, and I'd forgotten that I'd left a couple of bolts in that air scoop. So here I am hovering. I lift off. I move over, and there's a pile of bolts on the ground. It's like, what the? Yeah. So not good.
Damn, not good.
And now you're to the
I
point.
did crash it once.
Really?
That story's in there. Yeah, I almost killed myself.
You don't
once.
have to give away all the stories because you want people to buy the book. But
yeah, I did roll it up in a little ball and got a concussion and was out in the middle of nowhere. And,
but now you're really good at flying these things, obviously.
I guess. You never know what.
He was just a helicopter. What are you going to do? It's not much. Once that engine goes out,
there's
got
nothing
one
you
shot.
can really do.
Yeah, you got one shot.
Right. Well, same with an airplane. You got one shot.
Little collective, right at the right time.
Right. One shot. So.
Anyway. And these go how high?
Oh, the ceiling on them is 10,000 feet, but
Jesus!
But anything above that, and you can't think straight because there's no more oxygen.
How high have you taken yours?
I actually took it up to about 8,000 feet once, and I called my instructor back, and I told him, and he goes, "Why? Why?" And this was at sea level. I went from sea level to 8,000 feet. He goes, "Why did you do that?" And I went, "Just because I wanted to see if it could." And
and what if it couldn't?
Yeah, he was not. By that time, though, literally in the middle of the summer, I don't know what the temperature was, but the gauges started freezing up, and
at that height.
Oh yeah, at that altitude, even in the middle of the summer in Texas, it was like So anyway,
who knew about that?
Yeah,
damn,
building his own choppers.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It is cool. I don't have the balls to do that. No fucking way, man.
Is this your first book? By the way, before I ask you, also I saw a photo on the tour bus, which has like the a little work area. Do you build your own?
Build the dummies. And Ahmed is the one that obviously has gotten me kind of where I am now. But I just finished painting him yesterday. But Ahmed now has a son, and it's wrong. He's the half-dead terrorist. He's like half skeleton, half real face.
I like the fact you named him Ahmed too. That's great. Instead of some politically correct name like Steve.
Yeah.
Or
Steve the Terrorist.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
Have you get out in any, I don't know, I'll just say death threats or anything?
Oh, sure. Yeah,
sure, yeah.
Yeah, the worst was after we had a song called Jingle Bombs. It came out, and obviously to the tune of Jingle Bells. But that was, has it been 2 years now? I guess it's been 2 or 3 years that it came out. And, we got a couple of, we actually got a handful of them, and a few of them were of note. And, but since then, it's like, freaking Ahmed, we don't say he's any type of religion. We're not making fun of anybody. Sure, he's got the thing on his head, and he's from somewhere east of here. But, we
all know.
We all know.
Yeah. But he says he's not Muslim. We're not making fun of anybody, except, he has a weird accent, and,
we all know.
He's a failed terrorist.
Does he say he's not Muslim?
Yeah,
it's probably a smart move.
Yeah, he says he's he's
cut my head off.
Yeah,
please.
exactly.
He says he's Scientologist, and then later he says he's Catholic because he's so you never know he's Catholic.
Well, that brings us to the next. I don't know if it's a question, but your YouTube videos, Jimmy was how many views, Jimmy?
I guess the total is over 400 million on I guess a few of them.
Yeah,
Total.
they've gone over.
You got one of the when you look at the biggest the top viewed videos of all time. You're right there.
Yeah, it was. Sometimes it's up at the top 5, sometimes in the top 12.
Do you still check it?
You do.
Not as much as I used to.
But you do.
No, because it started going down a little bit because Justin Bieber came along and zoomed to the top. And then what's the other one? The baby,
Gaga.
the laughing baby. Oh, and Lady Gaga.
Oh, yeah, Charlie Bit My Finger.
Charlie Bit My Finger.
Yeah.
Charlie Bit My Finger deserves to be up there, though.
He knows all the top videos.
Of course.
Your top video, how many views?
I don't know. It's like I don't know. But what happens is people upload these things, and what we were doing is the same thing that networks do. We were policing it, and there was all the DVD stuff, so we would pull them down. We'd get them pulled down. But then when one of them reached 11 or 12 million, I was like, wait a minute, maybe we should be approaching this like the Grateful Dead and embrace it. So we left a few of them up there, and this one, we don't even know who this guy is, posted this thing, and it's gone up to 120 million something or other views.
Oh, my God.
I don't know, whatever.
That's
but
unbelievable.
yeah, it's nuts. And what's cool is it's a 10-minute video. It's not like 30 seconds or 2 minutes. People just sit there and watch.
Yeah, that's the one
thing.
we've all seen.
What did that take? Did that take you like from this size theater to that size theater, or from clubs into theaters?
No, that was when the Comedy Central thing came along. We had the first DVD in 2006, and that was Arguing with Myself, and that did not have Ahmed. But then we did Spark of Insanity, which had Ahmed, and that came out in the fall of 2007. And by the spring of 2008, it had just gone frickin' bananas. And we started tracking these things, and it was the Ahmed YouTube video that was going everywhere. And I never thought, there've been a few surprises along the way the last few years, but I never thought beyond the borders of our own country. But we started tracking these things to see where the hits were coming from, and it was mainly our U.S. military all over the world. And then it would spill out into the other countries. And then it was and then we started tracking the Google hits. And the Google hits, it was not only, I was being Googled. The number one country was not the United States, it was South Africa.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then we realized, oh man, we could start touring these places. So that's why we've done a couple of European tours. We've gone to South Africa. We've gone to Australia. China's on the books. China. How the hell am I going to do my act in China? But we do these Scandinavian countries where English is the second language. It shows how much, they emphasize a foreign language and we don't, because they got it. They got the sense of humor. They knew all the characters. They get all our TV.
But it's English. That's not a foreign language.
Exactly.
That's how we feel here, by the way.
Right.
So, yeah, fuck it. I know.
In South Africa, that was the one I was like, man, I'm a little bit worried of this. I'm carrying around a dead terrorist in my suitcase in South Africa. Sure. Is this a good idea? But we had security, and everybody was really nice, and it was unbelievable. Crowds, and not to toot the horn a little bit, but these were big audiences. These weren't like 400 seaters. These were 5,000-6,000 seat venues, and we did 9 of them. So
wow,
yeah,
in South Africa,
yeah, and it was crazy, and it confused.
That's every white person in South Africa.
That's exactly right. Because I was like, what is up with this? I thought we were going to have at least 50-50. No, it was all white people.
Wow,
but only 3% of the population is white there.
Yeah, yeah,
and I guess you're right.
Jesus, Willie Tyler would make a killing over there.
I love it,
exactly.
Yeah,
do you get along with other ventriloquists, or is there no
oh no, sure.
competitiveness for you?
We have a ventriloquist convention every year, which is kind of frightening. And I've been going every year since 1975, and it's
you're the biggest one there, obviously.
Well,
who's number 2 at those things? I couldn't even give you a number 2.
There's a handful of guys that have been doing it.
Name number 2.
Yeah,
right
who's
now.
number 2
that comes to the convention?
Senior Wences.
It's still
who's another big ventriloquist?
Yeah.
Well, he's only come once, but there's Terry Fader, the guy that won America's.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, Got Talent. He's only come once, though.
Whatever happened to Taylor Mason?
Yeah, he didn't come to the conventions, but yeah, he's out there.
You bring up Terry Fader. That guy is a rock star too. He's right there.
Yeah, he's got his show in Vegas, and
he won America's Got Talent, and now he's just I don't know, probably pushing a billionaire at this point.
Yeah, I mean our acts are polar opposites.
Sure.
Yeah, if you like his show, you'll hate mine, vice versa.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, he does a great job. He sings, and everybody loves him, and but it's a whole different ball.
Do you like
no
Otto?
Jeff Dunham?
I don't know, whatever. It's different.
You like Otto?
Oh yeah, Otto and George, they're awesome, man. I used to carry a couple of Otto's audio clips on my laptop. Just ones I don't want to repeat in mixed company. It's awesome. I haven't seen him in a while.
He's doing well. He was in the other day.
We should probably have him in today just to say hi.
He's
hysterical.
He's bitter. He's bitter.
Didn't he sell the original George to like David Copperfield or something?
He or a copy. Copperfield loved him and was kind of obsessed with him.
Right.
I don't know.
And then he bought a new George, Yeah,
he had a new George made.
By the
he's
same
got the
guy.
head moving. He's got a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Otto should just be bigger than he is. We've been saying it for years. We did,
But he's, you know, filthy.
He's a stick man.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Hilarious.
But everybody, he's a guy that all
Everyone
comedians
knows
love him.
Yeah.
I've never heard one comedian not like
Say, I hate that guy, right?
No,
Yeah.
I mean, or not think he's funny. Not one comic. This is what he hates as a ventriloquist. He hates when people not refer to the puppet as a dummy, but when they refer to it as an outside, like, hey, is George going to drive? You know, he really wants to spit on people. Does that annoy you? Is there a way people will refer to your dummies that really just annoys the shit out of you?
Well, it's funny because people that, you know, if they're around me or us, you know, management or whatever, family, we start. Notice I said management before family. How sad is that?
Yeah. Smart, actually. Family doesn't put you in arenas.
Everybody refers to the characters as if they're separate people from me. And at first you think, what is wrong? But then it just kind of makes sense. It's just easier. You talk about Walter as if he's a real person. Because, you know, it's not, I made Walter say, it's Walter said.
Right.
Yeah. And at first it's kind of disconcerting. But then
Well,
it
the
just
puppets
kinda makes
talk in your
sense.
book, too. That's just, that's creepy, Jeff.
The publisher and I
creepy.
went round and round about that, and I thought, I don't know if this is a good idea. But then when I started doing it, it's like, oh, this is kind of cool because it breaks the book up. But yeah, we had little illustrations of the characters, and they all interject their own little jokes and stuff inside.
Which means you're talking to yourself in your book.
Well, doing the audio version was a pain in the ass because you know, I'd have to be reading and then cut into the characters, and it was, you know, you ever read out loud a 350-page book?
Hell no.
It came out in 8 hours on CD, but we literally taped. We had studio time of like 31 hours of reading. Because, you know, they go, oh, no, do that one again. Damn
the
it.
worst.
Yeah, it's awful.
Did you do yours, Jimmy?
I did the first one on audio, and I never promoted it because I didn't like it. I should not have allowed someone as a stand-up to dictate how I spoke.
Oh, really?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, slow it down. It's like, that's not the way it's delivered.
Right.
And then we came home. Perfect. How long did that's a big laugh getter?
How long did it take you to do yours, Jimmy?
I don't know, days. I was going back in after radio. I was going to do it.
I can't imagine.
Yeah,
I'm
and then
a
my voice
horrible
always
reader,
cracks
Jeff.
anyway.
It would take me a year.
Right. My voice always cracks, and finally we just gave up. We said, okay, well, the voice cracking will have to stay in there, otherwise.
Yeah, those little imperfections makes you, you know, it's like you're a performer.
Why not?
Yeah.
And you broke into movies, obviously?
Not really. I mean, I had a very small, teeny, tiny role in that.
That's a start.
But yeah,
you know what, can I tell you? We're talking about a dinner with
Dinner for
Schmucks.
Schmucks. Yeah.
You were the only thing I enjoyed of that movie.
Come on!
I have to say it.
I thought that. Man, I love that movie.
But your scene was unbelievable.
Well, that was.
You want to explain your scene in that movie?
Yeah. Well, the one where the giant dinner scene,
right?
And it's literally, I guess, is it 10 or 12 people sitting at this table, and it took us 2 weeks to tape a scene that ended up in the movie that was probably 2 minutes, 3 minutes long. God knows how long it was. But well, I'm sitting there with a dummy at the and by the way, the character Jay Roach came to me before we started filming. He goes, I want you to be in the movie Dinner for Schmucks. And I go, well, what am I? He goes, you're a schmuck. I'm like, Jay. He goes, no, play yourself, you'll be fine. I'm like, thanks. And then I go, well, what am I? He goes, well, you're a schmuck, you're a ventriloquist. Thank you.
But he's in love with his own puppet.
Yeah, exactly. But he goes, but don't get to the punchline yet. He goes, I want you to build the dummy for the movie. I said, fine. And he didn't know I was in the middle of a divorce at the time. Honest to God truth. And he goes, I said, well, what's the dummy? He goes, well, it's going to be your wife. And I said, oh, really? And what's her character? He goes, well, she's a whore. She's always drunk and hitting on other men. And I'm like, honest to God, I thought I was being punked. I'm like, well, what's his name's going to, Ashton Kutcher's going to jump out any second and I'm going to be screwed. But yeah, that's what he wanted.
Did that make you want to do it or not want to do it?
Oh, of course there was that side of me that really made me want to do it.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It worked.
But yeah, so the character, and now the character's in the live show, and it's kind of cool because I've had the male side of things for so many years with Walter, bagging on women, and now I've had to hire a couple of female, middle-aged female writers to come in and do the voice, write her, because we don't get it. And I got 3 daughters. I don't understand their point of view.
Get it?
So,
I don't understand their point of view.
We really do have no interest in what they have to say.
What they're thinking, saying.
It's all drivel.
That's right. Spanx. Do you know what Spanx are?
Yes, I do.
How do you know that?
Because I should be wearing them with my man tits.
Yeah, well, they wrote a Spanx joke, and I'm like, I just sat down at the meeting, and I go, I don't know what Spanx are. You're going to have to explain this to me.
Does it kill, though?
Oh, yeah, it kills. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, women know. It's like a modern day kind of a girdle
thing. Is it a girdly thing?
Right. Holds all the, as she says, holds all the jiggly stuff in very tightly.
Holds in a world of hurt.
Well, you were good. You were definitely really good in the movie.
Oh,
I mean,
thanks.
You weren't in the movie a lot, but it was a relief. Trust me.
Well, that's the next step. We hope, I don't know, our TV show lasted for 10 minutes, but we learned a lot from that thing. And,
where was it on? What network?
It was on Comedy Central. But we were doing okay in the ratings, and it was leveling out, but the show was double the cost of anything else they had on there, so it started to make no sense. Because if the ratings literally would have had to maintain double anything they had for it to pay for itself.
Why did it cost so much if you had the puppets made already?
Because
Jeff's pay.
Jeff's pay, right?
Yeah. No, that was a chunk
Probably.
of it. That was a chunk. No, honestly, it was a huge cut in pay because I wasn't doing the road, and the road pays better than anything. So it's Comedy Central. Come on. So,
exactly.
But
by the way, I'm nodding my head like a phony. Like, yes, I understand the road pays better than anything. Me and Jeff, two guys that make the same amount of money. That really stink.
I don't know, but no, we had a lot of people on staff, and it was like we were all. It wasn't a green screen. I was operating these characters from all these different angles, and we had a lot of green screen in there, and it just got to be really expensive. A lot of folks working, and it would have been fun to keep going. But so now we hope to get into films, and there's so many. We can do some kind of buddy comedy or an Ahmed Christmas thing where he's trying to find the root meaning of Christmas or something. There's got to be something there somewhere.
Yeah, it sounds like there would be.
Well, you did a Comedy Central Christmas, I know, right? I saw that.
Yeah, we did the stand-up 2 years ago, the special, and that went really well. And the DVD, it's crazy. If you go on Amazon and look, these DVDs have been out since 06, 07, and 09, 08. I don't remember when. Yeah. Christmas was 08, I guess. Yeah, but they're still, when you go to stand-up comedy, they still have been in the top 10 for that long. Wow. Yeah, it's nuts. I don't get it. Yeah,
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Why?
I really
Why don't
don't
you get it?
But I don't know, because
you're massively successful and you don't get it.
Yeah, I know, but it's just the fans are everything, and they keep coming out, and I do treat it like a business.
Well, what do you think it is?
I think it's the fact that I'm, as a stand-up, am able to just. They love the characters and they love the comedy and they love the situation, and it's something completely different. And I've always felt that I'm doing stand-up comedy in dialogue form, and that's the only difference. Is most guys are monologists and I happen to be doing dialogue. And I think that because of the characters of what they are, I'm able to push things a little further. You're not going to find a stand-up comic dressing up like a terrorist and jumping around on stage and saying, I'm going to kill you. His career would last not very long.
Did you ever do stand-up without the puppets?
Yeah, I do my first 10, 15 minutes of the show, but I've never done stand-up on my. It's like there's too many great guys out there doing stand-up. Why do I need to start?
But you do a little bit before.
Yeah, just to set my character and let people know that I'm a person.
I've never seen a Jeff Dunham show. I want to go now.
I haven't either. But I'm happy for him as a fellow comic. It's always good to see guys doing 6,000 seats.
Yeah,
I'm looking for a rope right now for myself.
6,000 seats on a Tuesday night.
It's amazing.
Did you ever have to go through that ventriloquist or crazy thing growing up? And
yeah, but
it's a little awkward when you're in your teens with a dummy. People kind of look.
Oh yeah, no,
I don't think
sad.
It's a chick magnet.
No, it's a sad thing.
Yeah.
Here's the worst. Here's the worst / best story. When I was in junior high school, I didn't have the $50 to go to the studio to have my headshots taken. So I would show up at school on school picture day. I would always show up with a dummy. And the guy would go, what? And I go, can I just have the school picture taken with a dummy? The photographer would go, okay, back up 3 feet and take the shot. And I did that every year from 7th grade through 12th grade. I was sitting down with my daughters a couple of years ago looking at the yearbooks, and they were horrified to see that every single school picture I had with me with a dummy is the saddest thing ever.
Wow, that is.
It's really sad.
Yeah,
it's like realizing that you're living with a psychopath. And it goes way. It's like when Shelley Duvall was reading Nicholson's book, and she realized he was nuts all along.
But see, the reason I think I didn't get beat up on a regular basis is because I get up on stage and I do what no one else could. I'd make fun of the principal, I'd make fun of the teachers, I'd make fun of the school food, so I'd make fun of the stuff that nobody else could say.
All through the dummy. So
there was a level, I guess a kind of level of coolness there, so I didn't get beat up all the time.
Did you see Magic growing up?
Absolutely. I took a girl to the movie Magic. That was 1978. That's with Anthony Hopkins, Burgess Meredith, and Margaret. And he, of course, is the crazy ventriloquist that ends up, killing is Fats is the dummy. That's right. And I took a girl to that, and she never spoke to me again afterwards.
Yeah,
So.
it's a creepy movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if it holds up. I haven't seen it in many years.
I haven't seen it in a long, long time.
It was great at the time.
Well, the best thing in the movie, though, to me, was the trailer. It was just the dummy. Abracadabra, I sit on his knee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dead. Yeah, you are. Did he say,
Hocus Pocus, you're dead.
We are dead.
Right?
Yeah. Or we are dead.
Yeah. Hey, can we see? I got to see the dummy.
You got to do what? You got to see Walter.
I got to see Walter.
See, after all this,
I
this
have
is what's
to.
weird
You
about
brought
this.
it in here.
Yeah.
Do you remember talking to us? It's a story I tell all the time, and you probably don't, and that's fine.
Right.
We were doing radio in Boston, and you called our show, and you were doing the whole thing. I think it was Walter.
Right.
And we stopped you and said, "Are you sitting in a hotel room by yourself with the dummy, or are you just doing his lines?" And you're like, Yeah, I'm here with the actual puppet doing this phone interview.
That was, of course, a lie.
Yes,
yeah, I never sit alone in the hotel. But when I go to the studios, I do carry him with me.
Yeah. You'll do it alone on the phone?
On the phone, yeah.
You don't actually need the puppet to do his lines.
No, I don't do that. Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you this for years because we tell this story every once in a while.
Well, still the funniest thing to me, though, is when I go in the studio and the engineer will come in, or whoever, even the jock, and they'll push the microphone, and they'll get two mics and push one in front of the dummy.
In front
and
of the dummy.
It's like, we're all adults here. There's no real sound coming out of that.
Sound doesn't come
puppet.
out of the mouth. No.
Yeah, but thanks for believing in the magic.
But I don't know, but when we had Otto and George on at NEW, we took a break, right? Commercial, and we're all just doing our thing, what we do, right?
Right.
And we look over and we see that George is reading the newspaper, and Otto wasn't. And the eyes are going back and forth. We didn't know Otto that well at this point.
Yeah.
Like, what is that about? And we don't know if he was fucking with us. Like, I'm gonna really fucking play this up for these guys.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's a story in that book. One of the at the ventriloquist convention one year, there's a woman, and I called her Fran in the book. That was not her name, but she showed up at the convention one year, and she had an exact duplicate of Fats, full size and everything. You know, that head is huge on that dummy. So she shows up with it, and she would just carry this dummy around everywhere, to the coffee shop, everywhere. And one day I was walking down a row of hotel rooms and happened to glance over at the open door, and there was Fats in bed with the covers pulled up and the TV was on, and she was walking out the door by herself. And I stopped and I went, so Fats is watching TV? She goes, oh, he loves watching television. And this one was freaking serious. And she goes, and he has the best though is he has a car seat and he drives around with me. And I'm like, this lady's nuts. So she never came back. But yeah,
what a kook.
You know whatever happened to her?
I have no idea.
No idea. Okay,
That's killed her.
Yeah, obviously.
What do you think happens with that? Where it's somebody like really wants to humanize it, so they don't realize that they're doing it. There's got to be some kind of psychology to that.
Yeah,
ventriloquists are an odd breed.
Well, every art, every whatever, even stamp collectors, there's always the weirdos in the group, right? The ones that are way too serious about it. And that's what it is. We have 400 people that show up every year, and 8 of us are full-timers, and the other 392 are the weekend warriors that do one show a month and are way too serious about it. They're not dummies, they're figures.
You don't have to be. You don't have to go to those conventions anymore, Jeff. Someone's got to tell you. Enough of those people. Okay,
you know
you're touring the world now.
Yeah, but I was there. I grew up at those things. I learned a lot, so I do actually go every year and give a lecture or two. And
he's the king of them, though, man. He's the king.
Now, how could you not go somewhere?
There was a time you were going to the conventions as a single guy. Did you get some action? Conventions are known for this stuff.
Yeah,
you got a good story there.
Do you really want to be the guy that slept with the nutty ventriloquist? I don't know. Not me. Because I'm not going to find the chick. Oh, there's other things. Yeah, I'm not going to find the chick ventriloquist.
Oh, he's got to go?
Yeah. No, there are couples that show up that are married couples that are ventriloquists that do their act together, and you just want to go, oh man, that's just not. That's no bueno.
How horrible.
That would be Rich and Bonnie if they were ventriloquists.
Exactly. Her with that idiot on her lap.
Yeah.
But not to get back to it, but all this stuff is in the book, and again, I'm very proud.
No, we're happy for you.
This is your first book, right?
Yeah, and there's some funny stuff in there. There's some poignant stuff. I go through the divorce. That's always horrible, especially with 3 kids involved. And
did she kill you? Did she kill you?
What do you mean? Did she kill me? Oh, in that part of it? Oh, it's
knowing that you have 3 daughters, did she go a little easy on you?
No. Somebody asked me. The other day. They said, "Say, doing what you do, what is the most difficult word to say?" And I said, "Well, alimony."
Thank you.
You knew her before you were famous? Like, I mean, did you know her before you were really famous?
Oh, yeah, I was on Carson and all that stuff long before I met her. So at least all these characters and stuff
But
were
she helped build, you know, the dummies, right?
Man,
she helped write the act,
Ant
right?
went through the same thing, Jack.
Yeah,
so
I went
he
through
can speak your language.
Is that right?
Fascinating.
So you were no one before she came into your life.
I was putting in air conditioning and heating ductwork
But
when we were married.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, now that wasn't the way it was with me. I was off and going, and everything was going off and sailing long before I met her.
Well, thank God you had a prenup, though. At least you had that to take care of things.
Oh, dude, why do you got to drive the knife? No, we married for love, of course.
Does she do commercials for the lottery? Her and my wife?
Exactly. Ding,
Oh,
ding, ding.
he got killed.
Yeah.
That's why he's touring the world. Trying to get his money back.
Well, it does suck. That check every month is like, son of a gun.
Damn, at least I was able to leave my dummy behind, though. You still have to pick one up.
That's right. Yeah.
Are you still friends at all, or is that tough?
She is. I have moved on, and I'm very happy. I have a girlfriend. We've been dating a while.
Nice.
And we go everywhere and do everything together, and it's a blast. And the other side of things is just, I don't want to take too much. My 3 daughters are still there, but there's a bit of anger there.
Some people have a tougher time moving on.
Okay.
In life.
In life. Exactly right. That's good. Thank you, Jim. That's perfect.
Some people have a tougher time.
I don't know if you can answer this. Who ended the marriage?
It was kind of mutual.
So why the anger then?
One side's always a little more mutual than the other.
Yeah, exactly.
One side can still go out and fuck a lot younger people because one side makes millions.
Honest to God, 2 years later, yesterday morning, she actually tried to run me off the road.
Wow, see, that's
2 years later.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I was
2
driving.
years after the fact.
I dropped one of my kids off at school. She dropped off the other one, and I look in my rearview mirror 3 miles away from school, and I go, surely not. Here comes this big old Escalade, and right up my butt, and then zoom right in front of me. She didn't try and run me off the road, but she certainly cut me off very quickly, and I'm like, oh, come on.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, that's right. And Walter started yelling out the window.
They're saying that you have to go. It's in big yellow letters. I guess you have other press. The book is called...
we didn't get to see the dummy.
Oh, we get to see
That's all
Walter.
right.
We'll come back.
Yeah, you come back with Walter.
You guys were awesome. Thanks very much.
All
This
by
is
myself. Is it out today? Tuesday?
It comes out today. Yeah, and there's nothing else going on today. It's a perfect time to release a book. It's a slow news day.
True. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Election day.
My last one came out November 4th, 2008. Obama's election day. That was a good day to do a signing. Me and a bunch of suicidal white people. Jeff is promoting the book, and he'll be doing a signing if you want to meet him. There's obviously going to be a hell of a line. Tomorrow, it's a great place. Borders in Columbus Circle, 7 p.m. It's in the Time Warner building. It's all indoor waiting, so you're not going to be stuck outside. It's a great, great place to go to a signing. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m.
Awesome.
Here in New York.
Thanks, guys.
Are you
Thanks
doing one
for the
today
time.
or
This
no?
is great. No, the signing is just tomorrow.
Okay, just tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow night.
Jeff Dunham, everyone.
Jeff
Thanks,
Dunham. Thanks a lot, Jeff.
Thanks, guys. All right. See you soon.
Opie and Anthony, mornings. Ron and Fez, middays on the Virus. Sirius XM.
Right on about Jeff Dunham. I liked him.
He was great.
Yeah, I like that he didn't do any dummy act stuff.
Yeah,
he's just talking about himself.
He's more edgy than we think.
I like that.
Although he turned the corner with the terrorist puppet. So before that, he was very safe, I thought, in his act, right?
I never saw his act, honestly. I don't know.
I never have either, to tell you the truth.
I got to hit this tonight, the Jim Florentine roast, 8 o'clock at Comics on 9th Avenue and 14th Street. Whole bunch of us are roasting Florentine. 212-524-2500. Call after 12. Or just go to ComicsNY, COMIXNY.com. That's tonight, 8 o'clock at Comics. We are roasting Jim Florentine. Eddie, Don Jameson, Voss is hosting, Bonnie, Otto, and George, Sherrod, a shitload of people.
Wow.
It's a great lineup.
That's going to be brutal.
And the proceeds are going to Geraldo's kids, which is a great cause. So,
Sure thing.
Because he kind of checked out early.
Wow, why would Florentine, put himself up for that?
They've been talking about it for a while.
Oof. That is a brutal crowd to have roast you.
Yeah, it's not a bunch of nice people.
Yikes, yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Right on.
Fun.
Absolutely. All right. Hey, we got to talk about Randy Quaid.
He's lost his mind.
Who knew he was this crazy? I mean, the stories have been coming out for the last year or two, but he was on Good Morning America. just speaking nonsense.
Yeah, he's been in some trouble. I guess he was in a house with his wife that they didn't own.
Squatting?
Squatting. He had gotten arrested for that. They went to Canada to try to, and then we're asking for asylum in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Like political asylum. They didn't want to be brought back to the U.S. because of these Hollywood hit squads. These, what was he calling them? Star whackers. The people are trying to kill him. And for what reason? I don't know. I think he explains it in some of this inane babbling.
Yeah. The Quaids think there's a conspiracy against them. Listen to this from Good Morning America.
I agree wholeheartedly. The Quaid conspiracy on my next show. Up.
People noticed that you supported Obama in a commercial.
Did I? Yeah. No, I said I agree with him. I said get out there and vote.
Yeah, no, you supported Obama. One guy from Baltimore writes, wow, how did Anthony do that read without running out of the studio spraying bullets everywhere?
Because I'm a professional. It said it's the AOL.com thing. It said a new feature that gives an open mic to President Obama, Hollywood, and everyone in between.
Uh-huh.
And then later on...
You don't want Obama to have an open mic, though.
It said an exclusive, President Obama with an exclusive AOL open mic on the election and the importance of getting the vote out. And that's all I'm saying is it is very important to get the vote out. Get it out and get out his Democratic majority in the House.
His people.
His peeps. Get him out.
They noticed, though.
Yeah, I know.
They noticed that.
Anytime I have to say Obama without going, ugh, after it. Yeah. I know.
They noticed that you probably had a tough time with that read.
I'm a professional. I rise above.
Here's Randy Quaid on GMA.
He's a Golden Globe winner, best known as Cousin Eddie in Christmas Vacation. But lately, actor Randy Quaid has watched his own life play out like a bad Hollywood movie. He and his wife Evie have been involved in a series of bizarre events that have led them here to Canada, where they sat down for an exclusive interview with GMA.
We are refugees. I mean, that's essentially what it is, Hollywood refugees, seeking to be left alone by the criminals in America.
The couple fled north after police...
Nutty motherfuckers. God. I love how the reporter's got to sit there and straight face just nod like, yes, you're right.
Why does anybody care where they are? Like, who gives a fuck if they're in Canada?
Because they have to come back to the U.S. to answer for charges.
Oh, what charges?
Weird charges.
That he does shitty movies? That he's awful and unwatchable and looks like Rob Reiner?
There's a few...
Whoa, yeah, he's not that awful.
He stinks.
There are a few...
you're hurting a lot of the...
Randy Quaid? What's he done?
You're hurting the vacation people out there.
Oh, please.
I hated his wacky characters and everything.
You didn't like him?
Fucking hate. Look, he's a way better actor than I am, but who isn't?
You didn't like him in Christmas Vacation?
No,
Daddy's home.
I fucking hate him.
You're not a Randy Quaid fan
everything.
either?
No.
Not even in the vacation movies?
No, I liked him in, like, I think the one where they went to Vegas. That was kind of funny. Where the white bucks.
Is Vegas Vacation good?
No, it's not. But he had a couple of funny lines in it.
Yeah. Okay. I liked his characters. His character.
Cactus.
North, after police say they broke into, trashed, and then lived in someone else's home in Santa Barbara. In this audio obtained by TMZ, Evie Quaid can be heard screaming during her arrest. She says she became so upset because she claims they are the real owners of the house, and the incident is all part of a larger conspiracy.
I genuinely feel like these people are trying to kill us.
Who?
And how the Hollywood insiders, Opie.
And how could they say it's their house? Was it their house?
There's a plot to kill the Quaids. I've seen it before. I'm driving. Let's talk to the Quaids. Shut up. Okay, what have you got on the Quaids?
Well, Governor, I see that there's some people in Hollywood that want them dead.
Proof positive right there. The Negro woman said it.
Oh, he's such a tool. I was watching his special his show on Area 51.
I'm sure it was great.
Over the weekend. Oh, just horrible.
I went to Area 50 and made a left. And there it was.
Did he say that?
They guided me to Area 52 thinking I couldn't count. They were right. I got up to Area 70 before I said oops. It was Derby proof nothing again. They kept going before commercials. They're like, and when we return, Jesse the governor goes head-to-head with the security at Area 51.
Really?
And then they kept teasing it, and Jesse faces down the gun barrel of security at the border of Area 51. And then they got there. They finally get it. They finally get to the point, and Jesse's like, if I step over this imaginary line, they could shoot a governor?
No.
And then he goes, well, we decided it was too much of a chance and turned around. They were teasing how he faced down the guns the whole time. What an asshole.
Yuck.
So they're going to shoot a former governor?
That's unbelievable.
Oh, God.
What happens at Area
I'm a
51?
former moron. A governor. Oh, wait, I got it backwards. I'm a moron. A fighter. A Navy SEAL. Even though they weren't called that when I was in.
Yes, what were they, UDT? Underwater Demolition
UDT,
Teams?
underwater demolition, or in G.I. Joe vernacular, it was a frogman. What an ass! Anyway, I was watching that.
What
and he's
happens
just
at
as
Area
crazy.
51 now? You're just not allowed in that area?
Of course, and it's been that way for years. They build classified military weaponry. A lot of it does go under Congress's feet. They don't know about a lot of these things. They're covert projects. You can't. If anything's been proven, Congress cannot keep fucking secrets. When you're trying to build something, you have to give government certain latitude as far as secrecy goes. And when it comes to national security and weaponry, especially what's come out of Groom Lake, Area 51, Skunk Works, it's some of the best, most amazing machines ever built on the face of this earth. And the only reason they were able to do that is because it wasn't funded by Congress, and there wasn't this pork barrel shit and arguing and bullshit. It's the CIA, the military saying, we need this, build it. Do you think if Congress had to step in and fucking have all of them had to say in the Manhattan Project, we ever would have had an atomic bomb?
Of course not.
Fuck no. And it's the same thing that's been going on at Area 51 for years. There's no fucking flying saucers. There's no bullshit. It's heavy security because it's a private installation that builds classified weapons. Shut up, Jesse. You didn't prove shit. I proved. What's there? Little green men? He actually said, little green men. Shut up. Go back to Mexico, you fucking unpatriotic cock.
He's just a boob.
He is a boob.
That's kind of cliche, huh?
Yeah.
Is that the worst cliche ever?
Dummy.
Hey, Troy likes that show?
Anthony's on the Area 51 payroll.
Wait, Troy likes Conspiracy with Ventura?
Does he like it like I like it?
I received a communication that Troy disagreed with Anthony and that he thought
bring
it was
him in
really
here.
good.
Oh, God.
Episode.
And Jesse and one of his cronies faced the people that were coming off the plane. Now, the plane leaves Vegas. It's about a 90-minute flight. No, it's like 100 and some odd miles. I'm not even sure.
Are you?
It's close enough to Vegas.
Yeah.
They get on this plane. It's workers. And it's like, what's with the secret Area 51 airline that takes the employees into Area 51? It's like, yeah, they don't want to commute from Vegas to Area 51 through an open desert, so the fucking government supplies them with transportation. It's not some big, they're not on there fucking talking. They're probably talking about what you got for lunch there, Pete.
Maybe they're bringing in the aliens that way.
Yes, the aliens.
Why are you dressed like that? We do morning radio.
It's freezing back there. I'm freezing my ass
You
off.
don't like that he's dressed like Fonzie's nephew, Spike?
You got like a leather jacket on, like you. Did you come from a bar or something?
No, this is the jacket I wear.
This is how you dress in the morning?
Well, this is the jacket I wear in.
It seems exhausting.
It's like a leather
It's just a
blazer
jacket.
or something.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
Look like brown leather jacket.
What's
Nothing wrong with it.
No,
It looks
thank
hip.
you. Thanks, man.
Looks cool.
Sam?
Coming from someone wearing military garb.
Yeah, he's just like
how is-
Schwarzenegger in the first Terminator.
You got like a black dress up shirt you'd wear out.
Yeah.
And then a leather jacket over it.
Looks like Tyler Durden.
What?
Yeah, you got a little Tyler
shit,
Durden
that's
in
good.
you.
What's wrong with wearing a button-up shirt?
Everything.
I don't know. Look how we dress. Just
but
fit in, will you?
It's different.
Troy, you could just fucking lay in and say, hey, at least one person wants to look good here in the morning.
Well, it's nothing wrong with taking a little pride in your appearance. You know what I mean?
Looks like Tyler Durden.
Look, he's wearing Tyler Durden's fucking shit.
That's how you came to work.
Oh, that's perfect.
Good call.
That's how you came to work.
Damn.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, but all right, whatever. It's fine.
Whatever.
I go the opposite.
Well, I'd
I
like
have
to
smelly fucking sweatpants half the time.
I'd like to look like Tyler Durden too, but at fucking 4:15 in the morning, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I'm not blow drying my hair and trying to find out what leather looks best with this shirt.
But it's not a conscious decision. It's not like, I got to look fucking awesome. It's just, this is the jacket that I wear, and I put it on, I leave.
Troy doesn't. He sleepwalks and blow dries his hair at the same time when he's leaving. He doesn't even realize it.
No, I just don't wash my hair. That's the way it was from yesterday.
You don't have greasy hair?
No.
I can't go one day without washing my stupid hair. Gets all greasy and shit.
I just get up and just go. Fuck it. Yeah.
Get up and go.
Right on, man. You like Conspiracy with Jesse Ventura?
Well, I mean, it's bad acting. It's terrible. But I don't know. I kind of get off on some of the conspiracy shit. You know?
You don't see every single episode as loaded with just bullshit, teases for things that never materialize, uncredible witnesses that he digs up out of nowhere that if you Google their names, which I do, I Google their names, I see what their background is, they all are not involved with anything having to do with the subject matter.
And they don't ever seem real. They seem like they're acting. They seem professional speakers. You know what I mean? They speak very clearly.
Why is Sam making a commotion?
Troy's bullshitting because he's in the studio with you guys.
No, I just said I liked it. That's why I came in here.
No, Troy. Oh, we were able to turn you that quickly?
It must be some kind of mind control. You've mind controlled Troy.
We're finding more pictures of Tyler Durden for you, Troy. That's you. That's how you come to work.
You come to work like Tyler Durden. It's great.
Yeah, I'm not offended by that in that in the least.
You trying to pick up chicks here or what?
You always got to be ready. You know what I mean?
Troy didn't shower because he was up all night making soap.
Yes.
Sam, what? He's a big fan of this show.
Loves the show, and he completely buys everything.
You buy
No.
That's not true. That's not true.
Did you see the Area 51?
I did.
One?
I
now,
did.
what was your take on that? What was your take on everything? What Jesse was doing? What the witnesses were saying? People that have been on the inside.
But see, I like the idea of that. I like the idea of something crazy's going on there.
Everyone likes the idea. You know, I love the idea. I would love to think that flying saucers crashed at Roswell. They were brought into Area 51, and they still are going through the technology and just using it for our own military now. And no, I don't have any. You might as well say the Tooth Fairy is there and Santa Claus is there because it's the same shit.
Right, but why won't they let you into there?
Because it's a secret military installation.
So it's kind of cool to think about what could possibly be going on there.
In the real world, absolutely. If you look back at when the F-117 was being made and think about a stealth machine that cannot be seen by radar, that's fantastic.
Sure.
And now that we know it existed and they built it there, of course it's amazing. And what are they building now? I would love to know. But you know what? We don't know because it's secret. Yeah. It's military stuff. It's not spaceships.
And they don't have time for a goofy TV show. They're busy working.
Yes.
Just because Jesse's knocking on their door doesn't mean they have to let him in.
Open up. I was a former governor. I should come in and see everything.
And no one's going to get shot for walking over an imaginary line. That's just
So you mean to tell
bullshit.
me the firefight would start? And he goes, I'm going to turn around because we still have 20 miles of open field fire to go through. Like they just shoot Jesse the body right there as he steps over a line. The truck would come down. They'd be going, what are you doing here? There's signs that say you're not allowed to have cameras. Now, it does say use of deadly physical force is, what's the word I'm looking for? Authorized.
Yes.
They're authorized to use it. It doesn't mean that you step over the line and fucking cyber guns that they set up like in a video game start going off and kill you. But they do have the right, if they see some guy going, Allah Akbar, running toward with a fucking gun belt on, bomb belt on, they could shoot him. But Jesse with a camera crew, I don't think they're going to open fire on Jesse the Body.
You know that Troy is a 9/11 truther, right?
No. I've never claimed to be a truther.
Get out.
You're putting words in my mouth. We've had this.
Man. The gatekeepers.
He wants to know what happened to whatever Tower 7 or whatever
building.
tower.
It's Building 7.
Yeah, he wants to know what happened.
Got hit by giant chunks of building, started on fire, and fell down.
Well, I mean, that's what some people say. Some people say it's controlled.
That's what happened. There's only proof that happened, by the way.
Well, it's one of those things where I'm not a demolition expert. I haven't done the research myself.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not either.
Well,
but
I'm the one that brought it up, Danny, so I'm just here defending it. So tell Sam to shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying. I mean, you can't say something like that and say, well, I'm not a demolition expert. Well, then you should.
So I'm not allowed to find it fascinating?
You can find it fascinating.
So what's wrong with that?
You shouldn't find it truthful.
Who's finding it truthful? He put words in my mouth.
Okay.
He's the one calling me a truther.
Go ahead. Ready? You shouldn't be conspiring that Building 7 fell for any other reason if you're not a demo expert.
Well, I'm just saying, I look at both sides and I go, well, they make some interesting points here. That's what I'm saying.
Have you ever watched any shows on Discovery? And this is pre-2001, pre-9/11. It isn't now something that's just being set up for propaganda. Did you ever watch what demolition crews go through? Watch specials on demolition crews? Mm-hmm. Do you understand the work it takes to demolish in a controlled explosion that brings a building down like a pancake? What it takes a demolition crew to do that work? The destruction they have to do prior to planting explosives, drilling holes in walls, cutting through I-beams, putting shape charge explosives by I-beams so that they shear them off. It's not something you could load in disguised as a janitor and set up with all the walls still up so when people go to work in the morning, they don't know that there's fucking a 10-foot wide cable going out to boxes that control an explosion. It's not feasible. The better answer is it was damaged when 2 huge skyscrapers fell down from Arabs hitting it with airplanes, and then later, because of fire and structural weaknesses, fell down.
Yeah, that's fine, and I understand what you're saying. I just have a problem
with the truth.
My problem is I trust nobody. So what people tell me as this is what's happened.
You apparently
I just naturally
like structural engineers and popular mechanics.
But like I said, I haven't done the research, so I don't know. I'm not here
but they're a bunch of different people. It's not like you're listening to the government officials have told you this. It's like engineers, the average Joe that works in a fucking welding shop knows the principles and makeup of steel and temperatures, and there's just. It's been a cross-section of people that have said, this is why these buildings fell. The only people that refute it are people that have nothing. There is no solid proof. It's these blurry pictures of something that they say. Or, wow, this isn't shaped like an airplane at the Pentagon because it hit at a fucking 45-degree angle at a high rate of speed. They take pictures of holes that were punched in the wall by firemen and say, why is this hole so small? It was a missile. It's all just bullshit on one side and then facts that are backed up by multiple sources on the other side. I'd rather go with the factual part than the made-up part.
Right.
That's all.
No, I was just saying he has questions, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with questioning it. And like I said, I haven't done the research. I've looked at both sides.
But would it be fair to say that you prefer to not do the research?
All I'm saying is I don't know.
Are you saying this is part of Project Mayhem? Is that what you're saying? I think it's part of Project Mayhem.
You know, I think I did see a smiley face in WTC7.
I saw that right for a split second.
Right before it went
down.
down.
I saw a yellow smiley face.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't go down to Ground Zero and pick it and say all this bullshit. It's just like, I don't think there's anything wrong with questioning.
I went to Ground 1. Right next door. I got a good look, though.
And I enjoy the documentaries. I enjoy it. I'm fascinated by all of it, really. And I enjoy the conspiracy parts of it. I'm not saying that they're true or they're not.
If you look at it at entertainment value and think, wow, it would be fun to think something like that's going on, that's one thing. But Jesse sending his team out, which, by the way, is a team of horrific actors.
Oh, they're horrible.
They know nothing. And the witnesses he gets, it was embarrassing when that black chick knocked on the van door.
Yeah.
And it opens up and goes, come in.
It sounded like fucking Hannibal Lecter, this mysterious guy in a white van in the middle of the desert, is giving her information on who to talk to. And it's like, I'm here alone, and I'm scared to knock on the door. Alone? You got a camera crew, and a fucking boom mic operator, and a gaffer, and probably a big fucking bruiser guy that carries the shit. Shut up.
Troy doesn't watch for fun, though. He watches because he thinks that's closer to getting to the bottom of things than the official story.
Yeah.
That's true.
And why is Jesse kind of a pussy? Why didn't he walk over the line? To show what happens if you walk over the line.
It wasn't worth it.
Send the cameraman over.
I would have had to walk another 20 miles.
But
I'm not doing it. I'm driving.
He's kind of like Fonzie, though. He never gets into the actual action.
He is exactly like Fonzie.
We bring up the Fonzie thing all the time, but Jesse's kind of Fonzie. Fonzie never would step over the line either. Same guy.
Look at all the shit going on around WTC7. Look at all the shit going on around it. It's surrounded by collapse of buildings and fire.
Plus, I don't think that it fucked up the foundation.
Couldn't have been damaged? No. There's just an entire city falling around it.
Looks like they got to the bottom of that myth.
One picture proves proves a lot there.
I love the people that go, and it wasn't even damaged by the buildings falling. It's like in the epicenter of the buildings falling.
It was just a matter of time.
Shit.
How did it not fall down right away?
Yeah, it's a miracle.
That's
it didn't
what we should
fall
question.
Immediately.
That's what I'm looking
Well, I mean,
into.
I guess what they say is it fell at free fall speed. That's what the
the free fall speed argument's
What,
correct.
they didn't say that? That's not what they said, Danny?
Yeah. I'd like to take a truther and throw him off a building and see how fast he falls and then measure it against WTC7.
I love how people go all the time. They go, oh, did you see it come down? It looked just like a controlled demolition.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, have you ever seen a building come down that wasn't a controlled demolition? How do you know what it looks like to compare it to?
Yeah.
But if it was structural damage, you would think that it wouldn't come down like a
building falling down?
Fall into its footprint. That's what they're
like
saying.
a building falling down to me.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Why?
It's a very challenging observation, Randall.
People like to. It's just one of a lot of things. It's one of those key phrases that conspiracy theorists about 9/11 say because they've heard it said or they've read it in text. But in actuality and in practice, sure, did it look like that? Perhaps. Have you ever seen a building come down that wasn't part of a controlled demo
Once
to compare it to?
Starts falling, it's just going to
It's just a building falling down, so you have nothing to compare it to.
My question is really simple. If you're going to take out the Twin Towers, why would you have to also take out Building 7?
Well, I mean,
that's where the CIA
because there was a file folder in there.
I can tell you what they say.
Yeah, what's the theory there? Because it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, a lot of people say that the operation had taken place there, and that was the building for. And again, I'm just saying what people are saying, Danny, as Danny's like freaking out over here. But
I'm not freaking out. I'm countering you.
It's just saying that that's where the CIA was, and that's where possibly the operation had been orchestrated.
So they would now have to destroy that building to make sure there's no evidence.
That's good to operate right next to the place you're blowing up.
And why blow up your own office? Who does that? Who blows up who allows their office to fall down?
Get smart.
And not knowing if all your paperwork, because if the building falls, your paperwork gets blown all over the place. Who does that?
Your paperwork.
How do we cover up the crime? Knock the building down, let the firemen pick it up. That makes no sense. You figure that building would be kept intact so they could guard the shit.
Yeah.
Get big safes.
Right.
You don't knock it down and let stuff fly all out willy-nilly.
Why is he saying these things? Do it from somewhere far away.
But what's wrong with questioning anything? Like, why do you have to be always be? Why do you always have to believe what that tells you?
No, we
I'm
did.
not.
You know, and
by that he was pointing at.
We did. Oh, so I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Good. I was going to do a dumb joke, but the TV he was playing actually.
We do question things. I do. And from what I've looked into, after questioning things, you get answers. And the answers I got were all reasonable that terrorists, Muslim extremists, flew planes into buildings, and they collapsed.
I hope you're right.
So much.
I really do. I hope you're right.
I would say I'm 99.99, and then keep the nines going, infinity.
Yeah.
Right, on this one.
9 repeating.
Yes, infinity.
Because if the operation was that important, the CIA would never allow something like a flight not taking off on time or a passenger bringing down a plane like they did the third one or the fourth one. They would never leave that stuff to chance.
Like everything went as planned.
Like the CIA's operation could be covered up if the two buildings collapse and then they demolish World Trade Center 7, instead of just doing it from a different location, why would they leave it to chance that one of the planes didn't take off?
Right.
Mechanical difficulty, whether there's a problem at the airport or fucking weather.
Happens.
Or an engine light goes off and they got to turn around. Then they got a fucking 1,100-foot building filled with explosives.
Now, how do you explain that?
How stupid does that look? Now they got to send people in to take them all out. Unions get paid.
It's like, oh, it's an invisible plane.
Doesn't make sense. Nobody who could pull off this genius plot would do it in that horseshit way.
And they hit it with the planes and then waited a perfect amount of time where people would have thought like that and let people get out. And why not just go, wow, we fucked you. We got a bunch of people and blew up these buildings.
That's why I don't like conspiracy theorists in general, because they're so married to the idea of it. They're not being honest when they say they're looking for the truth.
They'd rather make the truth their idea than use the facts that they find to make the truth.
I don't think they ignore the facts.
They do ignore the facts, because I think if you start to pay attention to the facts and pay attention to common sense, then you distance yourself from that kind of movement, and now you can't be a part of it anymore.
Yeah.
So it's this collective thing where you feel like you're a part of this thing.
Yeah, man, I'm part of it.
He's right, though.
Man.
Right.
And then when you lose that, you're
out of the club.
So you'd rather not do the research, and you'd rather not pay attention to the common sense facts, because you want to stay a part of that crew.
You don't want to be.
You're right. No,
you don't want to be like Edward Norton in American History X when he goes back to the party after he was in prison.
And I think after Alex Jones was on,
fun with the Nazis, and then what happened?
One of you guys had said something about nobody ever says when somebody says something. None of the conspiracy theorist guys ever go, oh, that's a really good point.
They just don't.
No, never.
That's an excellent point.
An answer for it, and the answer is so vague and
that's
not backed up by facts.
And that's why I have a hard time believing them as well. But all I'm saying is I enjoy both sides. I enjoy for just an entertainment value of what Alex Jones does or what some of these documentaries do. I enjoy the idea of
So Sam just sits back there going, no.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on. Sam, what is he trying to say?
Yeah, exactly.
Troy is the guy, because he gave you the answers to the questions factually, and you responded by going, well, I hope that's the case. That is the vague conspiracy theorist answer.
No, it's the truth. I would like to believe that didn't happen. I would like to believe that our government wouldn't do that to us. I would really like to believe that.
You ever hear of the Gulf of Tonkin incident?
But I don't know. I don't know.
So what? But let me ask you a question. Even though the military does black ops and all that, we got that. What guys are they getting to wire 2 1,100-foot buildings that are keeping that? Abu Ghraib couldn't be kept a secret. These dumb motherfuckers were texting photos of soldiers of the Iraqis in pyramids. Nothing is a secret
They had
anymore.
it made and they blew it.
Nobody would have ever known.
Right. They just had to shut their mouths and not text each other.
And they sent pictures and somebody ratted.
Right.
Someone would have been like with a stick of dynamite. Look, I'm in the World Trade Center putting it in a beam.
Who the fuck is sitting on
It's
this?
on Facebook.
Who's sitting on this?
How many notifications I got? Oh, Al Qaeda likes this.
I think if that guy vomiting beer out of his nose has been around since 1994, I think something probably would have surfaced by now.
Yes. Or I love when these fucking dumb motherfuckers use language they heard from JFK, Oliver Stone. They use the term "stand down." 'Cause that's from JFK, Oliver Stone.
Stand down.
NORAD was told to stand down. Were they?
Yeah,
you
were they?
dumb child. Shut up. They weren't. They weren't.
But it's false flag terrorism.
How dare you, sir?
Such idiocy. And I always know when they're repeating facts, and not to get on JFK, but I always know when they're repeating Oliver Stone facts.
Yeah.
It's like, I know you saw the movie. I know you think I know you think Mr. X was one person, you dumb motherfucker, but he wasn't.
Dolt.
All right.
It just drives me nuts when you hear people just repeating things. And I was interested to know, and because the Pentagon, look, they raised some interesting questions. I'm not saying he's wrong, but then after hearing the explanation and hearing conspiracy theorists, I just completely believe the real explanations, because to me they were factual. And the conspiracy theorists, and I listened to them. They came on this show because I remember bringing it up and saying, let's interview one of these guys. And I hated them so much because I was trying to be open-minded and go, well, maybe they have a point. But then when presented with a fact, I listened to how these little fucking baby boys acted.
Yep.
And they didn't act like me when I had a fact. You understand? Like, I really wanted to be open-minded about it.
Your facts weren't facts. That was shit that was fed to you by the government. What they know, that's fact. And there's no telling them any different.
I really wasn't sure why the plane looked like that going into the Pentagon. So I wanted to ask. And their explanation I just thought was childish. And I believed...
Because it's a missile. It wasn't a plane.
I just believed
that
people...
That plane landed in Cleveland.
And then we were talking to them on the street, and the one little girl, God bless her, needing to fit in, probably was molested soul. But saying things, I said, what about the voice recordings? Yeah. Those were people using voice. It's like, you little child. Do you really think that their families are fooled? What about the first and the last names being left on the answering machines?
Yeah.
Because they were leaving their last will.
Yeah.
They knew they were going to die, you dummy.
You've never heard of a voice synthesizer? You've never heard of a voice synthesizer?
How do you list,
You've never heard of a phaser?
And I guess it's just impossible to get cell service on the 90th floor of the World Trade Center.
Yeah,
I guess if I go up to the 90th floor, I can't get a cell signal.
I would only believe that if they all had iPhones, then I would believe the conspiracy.
Then it would never happen.
Yes, because we all know.
But a plane zooming through the building tops of Manhattan, I believe you could get a signal. Tell you the truth. Silly. I think you can get a signal.
I just hated the conspiracy theories that we talked to.
Yeah, that's great. That's cool.
Yeah,
you know,
debunking.
But every time whoever puts this out, there's somebody that can contradict it.
You've probably never seen the History Channel special about the popular mechanics.
I would
sure
love
you've
to
seen
watch
Loose
it.
Change about 3 or 4 times.
I would love to watch it. I'd love to watch anything. I saw the first version. I never saw the second version.
Zeitgeist and all that shit?
No, I don't even know what that is.
By the way, when Jesse was when he was at Ground Zero,
yeah, absolutely.
Why did he not know this stuff when it happened? Why did he? By the way, Jesse says he never looks at computers. I don't own a computer.
Yeah.
Well, then how have you watched all these documentaries? Somebody handed you a videotape?
My crack team shows them to me in my conference room. That's very dark. But it's a set.
Didn't he come? What year? When did Jesse start talking about the 9/11 conspiracy? When did this ex-governor, ex-Navy SEAL jump on the fucking college
when I was
age
offered
mentality
money to talk about it?
I want to know when he jumped on that bandwagon, because he did not say it September 12th, 2001, and he didn't say it all through 2001. I don't believe. He was he was there. He went down to Ground Zero, and he didn't say it.
Hey, we got someone that wants to straighten your ass out, Anthony. Dave in Virginia.
Attaboy, Dave.
Straighten me out.
Kill him.
Let's go, Dave.
Hey, Ant.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, listen, I love you guys. Man, you guys had the expert on your show, and you didn't even ask him about it.
Who?
Listen, Jesse Ventura admitted that he's not the knowledge that you need to explain this to you.
Okay.
Okay? He says he is the person that gets on the media because he's accepted.
All right.
But Alex Jones, who you had on your show, if you would have asked him about this, he would have straightened you out. He is the fact man.
Do you remember? Hold on. Alex, I liked Alex.
Well, let's book Alex Jones.
Hold on. Dude, I liked Alex Jones.
He would have gladly talked.
Well, dude, relax. You're on the phone. We're talking to you. But what was I talking to Alex Jones about where I was trying to... Alex Jones, look, he's a smart guy, but he's a performer as well. Mm-hmm. And when he was talking about certain things like...
Alex Jones is a patriot, man.
Do you want to just keep babbling through what I'm trying to respond to you?
I'm sorry to overtalk you. Go ahead.
I'm not saying he's not a patriot. I didn't say he should be put in an internment camp. I am saying he's an entertainer. What I'm saying is, I was trying to pin him down. He said that somebody offered him, I believe it was for the 9/11 stuff, they offered him a lot of money to come along. And again, I'm not trying to misquote the guy, but I was like, well, who did that? Why? And he wouldn't name the person. And I'm like, for somebody whose whole thing is to uncover conspiracies, one of those major guys came to him and asked him to come along, and he refused, and he won't name them out of some sense of honor, of not breaking trust.
Yeah,
it's like, what are you talking about?
That's backing up with facts.
What's that?
Why is that important?
Because it's backing up your sources.
Because that's somebody who's in on the conspiracy, or who knows about the conspiracy on that level, and who wants you, even if it's not 9/11, if it's banking, and wants you to come along and you don't expose them.
If you don't, then it's just you talking.
So many of them, and they're so rich.
I could make shit up and say, yeah, it's a source I have that I can't reveal, and that makes it true?
Listen, Why don't you give him the benefit of the doubt and get Alex back on the show?
We'll get him back on.
We had Alex. What was the issue, Dan, that we were talking? Does anybody remember?
We have to go through the audio again.
Because
JFK.
Twinkie filling.
JFK. No, there was something else, though.
There was something more.
That was recent.
Over the years, I said no.
Where
He
Alex,
said yes.
they said Alex said somebody approached him about something, thinking that he wouldn't blab about it. And again, I don't want to misquote the guy, but dude, when he wouldn't say who it was, this is a guy whose whole thing is uncovering conspiracies. And he refused to name who it was. And you're saying, why is that important? Come on, you know why that's important.
But, Jimmy, I mean, there's so many other issues. I mean, what...
Can you just admit to yourself and to me?
That issue.
Let's address the one issue. Can you not admit that is somewhat suspect, that a guy whose job it is to uncover things says somebody big or important came to him, and he won't name them?
Alex has death threats on him continuously.
You're not answering me.
Why would he want a death threat exalted on him?
Again, so you're saying that he wouldn't be trying to expose all these things if death threats frightened him.
Right.
But his family?
So he only exposes enough that the people don't pull the trigger? What is this?
His family's been threatened also.
Why are you allowing your love of Alex? Dude, why are you allowing the fact that you really like Alex to not allow you to answer this one question?
I don't know why he wouldn't tell you. Okay?
Doesn't that disturb you on some
kind of security purpose?
No, but his answer was, well, I just can't. Dude, why don't you just admit that that's kind of inconsistent on some level?
I admit it. Okay, sure. But why don't you get Alex on and explain
I would love to get Alex Jones back on the show.
We liked Alex. I really did. I didn't agree with him, but I liked him.
We liked him.
You guys, but man, you're just doing yourself a disservice.
We treated Alex great when he was on the fucking radio show.
We got uncomfortable because he started falling apart on the phone. And we questioned him, and he didn't really have answers for some important questions.
I was trying to pin him down on something, and I don't remember what it was.
I know, we
got
to find the audio. And me and Jimmy looked at each other like, whoa.
But we treated him very well. We didn't treat him like an asshole. But again, we didn't agree with him, but we gave him a good interview, I think.
Yeah, I thought so. He was very vague at times.
Didn't get into the details like you're asking for.
But dude, he should be on that level.
All right, Dave. Thank you. We'll have him back on.
That'd be great. And
right.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Dave. All right, and Troy. So you like the Jesse Ventura? Is what you're getting at?
Well, I mean,
and the conspiracy show.
Yeah. As far as the Area 51 goes, I mean, they showed all the pictures of the drawings of ideas that they've had for.
Oh, that's stuff I've seen in books and popular science.
No,
and
I like that shit
for over 30 years.
I dig on that shit.
I like the dream.
I like the idea.
He's a dreamer.
As ridiculous as it sounds, I like the idea of them finding alien spacecrafts. As ridiculous as it is, finding alien spacecrafts, taking them apart, and then our military
reverse engineer, as they were saying, yes.
So
yes,
whether it's true or not, it's still
I think it's some very creative scientists being left to their own devices without being interfered with by politicians, and they're in there doing what they do, which is being brilliant, making amazing aircraft and weaponry, and being left the fuck alone. It's great. I love it. I love Area 51. Love it.
And back to Alex Jones real quick, if I can say something. He had this whole huge conspiracy on the oil spill in the Gulf. And it was supposedly all this stuff going on, and they had to use a nuclear bomb to cauterize the hole. And then all of a sudden, everything was fine, and nobody called him out on this conspiracy. And that's sort of some of the things I have a problem with Alex Jones with, is, stuff like that will just slide under the radar and he'll just glaze over it.
Dude, he has 5 days a week of radio to fill, or whatever his radio. There's a lot to.
Like us, he's got to spew a lot of horse shit out to get to the end of his show.
I don't know how many days he does, but yeah, it's exactly right.
And Patrice has been on his show a couple times, too, I believe. So
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I would love to hear Patrice in with you guys and Alex. I think that'd be a good show.
We'll get him back on. I mean, he was definitely good radio. By the way, you mentioned the oil spill. Where is it? BP had a hell of a quarter.
Yes, they did.
How do you have that $1 billion profits when you destroy the Gulf?
Because they've made unbelievable billions of dollars.
I don't know what the number is, but
BP is one of the most profitable companies on the planet.
Even after destroying the Gulf.
They had to pay out billions in cleanup and reparations or whatever the fuck they want to call it. And they actually have made a profit.
That's how big they are.
They're giant.
Unbelievable.
They're giant.
I don't have the number. I'm looking for it.
Please, I hope the stock goes up.
I'm so happy.
What happened to Troy?
He left. He quit. He tapped out.
He tapped out.
I've had it. I'm leaving.
I want to know if he banged Stevie's mom.
He's moving. He's moving. It's all mind control. He's moving.
He didn't. He's coming back.
Did you bang Stevie's mom?
Oh.
By the way, video doing very well on my YouTube channel, thanks to Troy, Opie Radio.
That turned out funny.
Yeah, well, we did a little.
Turned out funny.
Well, we did a little post thing with the video we did in studio. It worked out pretty well. But are you banging Stevie's mom?
No, I haven't banged her. It actually got kind of.
We don't want that to just be a radio bit. We want you to bang Stevie's mom.
Right. It got really uncomfortable after the show. By the way,
why?
She wouldn't leave.
Yeah, she was hanging around here. She wanted.
But you know what she said?
She wanted some cock. She wanted cock.
Look,
Sam, did you want cock?
I think so. She was very smitten by Troy. And
who isn't?
I go.
Will you do it for the show, Troy?
Troy.
For the show?
That's a rough one?
Yeah, that's a rough one.
You've done worse, Troy. Come on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've absolutely done worse than that.
If you're dressing like that, you've been in some cougar bars. Remember that? I mean, you wouldn't do Stevie's mom for the show?
For the show? Yeah, I'd have to do it for the show. I wouldn't be proud of it. It wouldn't be one of my finer moments.
Look, this is not like every other radio show out there. This is not a radio bit. Are you going to attempt to do this for the show?
Yeah, sure.
Don't just say yes so it sounds like it's great radio.
Yeah.
We want you to really bang Stevie's mom.
She really made me feel uncomfortable after the show, though.
Yeah.
She just wouldn't leave. She kept coming up to me.
Oh, boy. She was trying to get a connection going.
She wanted some cock.
Or at least something where it's like, I don't want this to be just the end of it.
She came up to me and was like, I just want you to know that I'm not usually that shy. And now that I know you...
Whoa!
And she said, now that I know you, I definitely won't be that shy.
Oh, if you fuck Stevie.
She was yelling at Stevie. She was like, Stevie, you don't have to get all carried away like that in there. We were just having a good time. Don't worry about it. And then I go up to her and I go, hey, I just trying to make sure you're okay with all that stuff. We were just, that's just how the guys are. And she goes, oh my gosh, are you kidding? It's so much better here than I thought it would be.
Which
obviously
Stevie's got to be the son cuckled.
Yeah, she liked
She was definitely hanging around.
He's got
to
prep Troy.
Oh yeah.
How great would that be?
Oh God.
She tells the poor bat it's an ice cream cone. Go ahead, you blind zilch.
Yeah, it was definitely weird. She wouldn't leave, and for some reason Stevie went running out crying, and she went running after him, and then she comes back alone. It was just a whole weird thing.
Crying?
Yeah, I don't know what was going on.
Oh no!
Do you know, Sam?
What? I don't know anything about Stevie crying.
I'm nice to see those fucking useless things in the front of his face do something.
Yeah,
they spit salty water out.
Can we get Stevie on the phone? I want to know why he ran out of here crying Friday.
We could try, but he generally doesn't pick his stupid phone up.
Well, we'll try after the break, and I want Stevie's mom on the phone too because I want to want to get a little update after Friday's show, which
I'll
was
give Stevie a call.
Pretty amazing. All right, Troy.
Cool.
That's that.
Damn.
Where were we? Randy Quaid?
And that's that.
Randy Quaid sounding real crazy on Jim.
Yeah,
GMA.
We didn't even that's where we were going. Wow.
Troy agrees with Randy Quaid, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We have more audio of Randy Quaid on GMA after a little Carlin bit because it's it's election day.
Now, there's one thing you might have noticed I don't complain about. Politicians. Everybody complains about politicians. Everybody says they suck. Well, where do people think these politicians come from? They don't fall out of the sky. They don't pass through a membrane from another reality. They come from American parents and American families, American homes, American schools, American churches, American businesses, and American universities, and they're elected by American citizens. This is the best we can do, folks. This is what we have to offer. It's what our system produces. Garbage in, garbage out. If you have selfish, ignorant citizens, you're going to get selfish, ignorant leaders. And term limits ain't going to do you any good. You're just going to wind up with a brand new bunch of selfish, ignorant Americans. So maybe it's not the politicians who suck. Maybe something else sucks around here. Like the public. Yeah, the public sucks. There's a nice campaign slogan for somebody. The public sucks. Fuck hope. Fuck hope. Because if it's really just the fault of these politicians, then where are all the other bright people of conscience? Where are all the bright, honest, intelligent Americans ready to step in and save the nation and lead the way? We don't have people like that in this country. Everybody's at the mall. scratching his ass, picking his nose, taking his credit card out of his fanny pack and buying a pair of sneakers with lights in them. So I have solved this little political dilemma for myself in a very simple way. On election day, I stay home. I don't vote. Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't vote. Two reasons I don't vote. First of all, it's meaningless. This country was bought and sold and paid for a long time ago. The shit they shuffle around every 4 years doesn't mean a fucking thing. And secondly, I don't vote because I believe if you vote, you have no right to complain. People like to twist that around, I know. They say, well, if you don't vote, you have no right to complain. But where's the logic in that? If you vote, and you elect dishonest, incompetent people, and they get into office and screw everything up, well, you are responsible for what they have done. You caused the problem. You voted them in. You have no right to complain. I, on the other hand, who did not vote, who, in fact, did not even leave the house on election day, am in no way responsible for what these people have done and have every right to complain as loud as I want about the mess you created that I had nothing to do with. So I know that a little later on this year you're going to have another one of those really swell presidential elections that you like so much. You'll enjoy yourselves. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm sure as soon as the election is over, your country will improve immediately. As for me, I'll be home on that day doing essentially the same thing as you. The only difference is when I get finished masturbating, I'm going to have a little something to show for it, folks. Thank you very much.
Where were we? Randy Quaid on Good Morning America. Sounded like a crazy person with his girl there. The Quaids are now in Canada because they're living in fear.
They're seeking asylum.
Right.
Should be mental asylum.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go on.
Good one,
The
Chip.
law caught up with them in Canada last week when they were arrested and thrown in jail. The Quaids say they came here not to avoid the charges in California, but rather to save their lives.
Who would be trying to kill us? An estate planner who had created a living trust and a county that could cash Randy's royalty stream forever.
But why would they want to kill you?
So that they could take the money.
It's easier to take the money in that way.
Has anyone threatened to kill you?
They follow us. They tail us. They tag our cell phone. They hack our computer. Now with the internet, I mean, a celebrity is fair game, and it's all designed to sell advertising space.
Wow, he's out of his mind.
Wow.
Is that drugs
So
or psychosis?
Who is the they? Like, is there a singular they? I wasn't even able to pick up on the they.
Oh, no. I don't know. Wow. They smoke a lot of pot.
It almost sounds like he's talking about, like, gossip blogs.
Really?
Yeah, like following him around and trying to get dirt on him. And the advertising space would be like banner and ads and advertising on the websites, right? That's kind of what I'm picking up from that,
So if you kill them, but then who gets the money? He's talking about, like,
why are you trying to figure it out? He's crazy.
Oh, my God, because he's Randy Quaid.
Trying to figure out a crazy person.
It is very possible that Heath Ledger could have been murdered, or Dave.
Boy.
Well,
what?
Is this Troy or is this Randy Quaid? Who is this?
Imagine that he's speaking the truth, and we're just like, oh God, shut up.
But
it's really a thing.
There's
They're
this
doing
big
it, celebrities.
Hollywood fucking hit squad,
and then you could get the royalties for the rest of your lives.
Yeah, they want his royalties, but I mean, wouldn't it be easy to follow the paper trail?
It's a hell of a scam. If imagine if this could possibly happen.
Somehow get your hands on his royalty checks.
Or David Carradine.
And Robert Blake was set up.
Who are the star whackers?
It's possible for people to gain control of every facet of your life.
They're businessmen. They're absolute
And they
businessmen.
slowly get stoned.
It's the mafia. It's organized crime.
Are there any Hollywood celebrities out there who you feel should be very afraid right now?
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, definitely. And Britney Spears.
Mel Gibson, too.
Don't you think his voice recordings, his alleged voice recordings, were pretty bad?
I think he was drugged.
No, it was
I
his
think
voice
he was slipped a
recordings.
mix.
Oh my God.
He was drugged.
The fucking media is so annoying.
I believe this. I totally believe the Quaids.
Quaids suck a fucking They suck a fat baby dick.
But the reporter's even worse.
She stinks.
Even Jesse's like, these two are full of shit.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Never want Jesse
Horrid.
to say that.
Not even close to the truth.
His voice recordings, his alleged voice recordings were pretty bad.
I think he was drugged. I think he was slipped the Mickey. That's my personal opinion.
Slip the Mickey.
I think she was sent in to do him in.
Kill him or...
No, just figuratively.
To ruin him.
Yeah.
Yes, to steal his money and ruin him.
Him and his wife.
I'm going to slip him a Mickey, Jerry. I'm going to slip him a Mickey.
They're awful.
Are either of you mentally unstable, schizophrenic, on drugs?
Do you think we are?
You tell me.
No.
I
Not even
don't do
vaguely.
drugs. We haven't done drugs.
Can I ask you a question?
He doesn't do drugs.
May I ask you a question? Does murder happen?
Yes.
Does embezzlement happen?
Yes.
That's all I want. That's all I want is
Case
somebody
closed.
to investigate.
Are you faking any of this?
Absolutely
No,
not. No.
Why would we?
No.
Why would we fake?
No. Beyond a shadow of a doubt,
They're just
no.
trying to find some safety and security.
We're trying to live.
In this, and we're being
peaceful
pursued
life.
by these people, but we're not faking it. We're confronting it.
They really are crazy.
I know, it's great.
Like, who thought?
Love it.
And how do you get two people that are this crazy that are together?
That's how they meet.
They found each other. Yeah, of course. That's how it happens.
Yeah?
Yes.
How long have
a
they been
crazy
together?
person knows another crazy person.
Well, how long have they been together?
I think I saw it from like 89.
They've been around.
That's a long time to be together and crazy, though.
Maybe Randy Quaid was always crazy. We just never knew.
Because I know, that's what I'm saying. I didn't think he was that crazy.
Maybe he was always kind of an eccentric.
Like, usually you'd get one person, like, fucking Jennifer Connelly in A Beautiful Mind that kind of goes like, wow, you're fucking crazy.
Right. Not in this case. You got two.
Both of them like, yeah.
I would love to be around their house on a weekend.
Oh, reality show. Come
Wow.
on.
Maybe that's what they're going
shit.
for, a
Maybe
reality
they are.
show.
Maybe they are. No
Married in
one, you can't believe
1989,
this
so
shit.
probably even before that. So they've been around with each other well over 20 years. All right, one more clip
Bad
here.
shit stuff. I
Have
love
you
it.
stolen from hotels?
No.
No.
But they claim financial advisors have stolen tens of millions of dollars from them.
And we've gone, a day here, a day there, without anything to eat, okay, or a place to stay. And that happens more frequently and more frequently. At some point, you're going to end up out on the street.
Quaid says his troubles have also jeopardized one of the most important relationships in his life.
Do you have a relationship with your brother Dennis?
I do, yeah.
Still, are you close?
It's been a little tense the last few years.
Oh, really?
But, I love my brother very much. And, we have
We're worried
some
about
differences, but we are
Why are
I'm
you
concerned
worried
about him. Because I feel he's being victimized the same way that I've been by the same people and accountants and.
Have you warned Dennis about your concerns?
I've tried, but he doesn't respond.
Dennis is now on a treadmill of making movies that are garbage, and it's unfortunate because he's talented.
Well, now we know why the brothers don't get along.
Oh,
You think the cunt wife has got something to do with it?
Wow. Now we know why they don't get along.
A treadmill of making movies that are garbage. Look in your husband's little fucking resume there. Look at his IMDb.
Why don't we look at
pick
Randy
up the
Quaid's
IMDb.
IMDb?
Pick up the gems that are in fucking Randy Quaid's.
And compare it to his brothers.
Yeah, I mean, believe me, Dennis Quaid has made some clunkers, but I don't know. I kind of like that one where Frequency. That was kind of cool.
I kind of liked Frequency.
Frequency was kind of cool.
It was all right.
Yeah. Bill with Mickey Rooney.
Dennis Quaid was an embarrassment over the weekend, though.
Yeah.
Did you see the clip of him as the situation for Halloween?
Ooh.
And he didn't look like the situation.
Of course he didn't.
And instead of saying GTL, he said GTF. He didn't even know what.
Why was he doing this?
For Halloween. That was his thing. But he had.
What was he on that he was like?
If you can find the clip, it's better than the IMDb. It might be on TMZ. I don't know.
Like, wait, what was he?
He was coming out of some party as the situation for Halloween, but he did not look like the situation. Randy Quaid was in Pluto Nash. There you go.
Wow.
That's
enough said.
That doesn't fare
It's
well
not
for you.
good.
He had a headband on, thinking that's what the situation would wear.
No, he wouldn't wear a headband.
Yeah. And he had an open shirt, but it wasn't like the type of shirts the kids are wearing today.
Oh, God, this is terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can find it really quick.
No, yeah, TMZ's got it, of course.
Oh, God.
Jim, you like TMZ?
Not really. I hate.
They were cracking them.
Harvey Levin, though.
They were cracking themselves up yesterday. They thought they were hilarious.
I hate it. I just hate him. Hate him. He's a vulture. He contributes nothing. He's not funny. He's not talented. Does nothing.
There you go.
Same as Perez Hilton.
That's how he dressed as the situation.
That's great.
The video's better, but whatever. It's fine. No worries. So Randy Quaid's nuts. That's what we learned today.
Yeah, Randy Quaid, completely fucking hysterical. Gotta see where that story goes. Man, celebrities just, I don't know, is it just the access we have to them that we get to see how really insane they are? Like, no one knew Joan Crawford was crazy until that fucking movie came out,
Sure.
Mommy Dearest.
If TMZ was around, they would have had a lot of
back then,
crazy
like,
footage.
Clark Gable, how nuts was he?
Was he nuts?
I don't know.
Oh.
We don't know. How are we going to know?
Right.
I know, some of the old celebrities like banging each other and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Rock Hudson was a mo. We didn't know that until he fucking came on camera with the AIDS.
And said, wow,
and
that's
then people
the
came
AIDS.
forward and you go, what the fuck is that?
That's the gay.
It's the gay. But earlier,
No,
they would
yeah.
have been like,
The
people
best-
would have been like, oh my God, he's so gay.
The best go-to one ever was Liberace.
Liberace.
And the talk show host asking when he's going to settle down with a
Oh,
good
God,
woman.
when Mike Douglas
I know they
one of them.
I know they did things differently back then, but with Liberace, really? You're going to play that game?
And they call him Lee.
Right.
So, Lee, when are you going to settle down?
It's like, come on.
You know, Lee, you've been on the road for so long. Well, I just love being in Vegas and playing the piano. It's just fabulous. But, Lee, there's got to be so many women just clamoring for you.
I know.
Yes, it's just oh, Mike, what a chore it is for me.
I know they weren't vultures back then, but you didn't have to play it totally.
I know.
I mean, come on.
Like, come on, what are you, blind? And Regis does the same thing now.
Yeah, he did it to who recently?
I think it was American Idol fucking fruit.
What?
Wasn't it him? I
Who,
don't know.
Clay Aiken?
No, the other. It might have been Clay Aiken, but no, the one that was on the more recent fruit.
Oh, Lambert?
Yeah, Adam Lambert. Adam Lambert, look at him with the makeup and the eyes. And, that's, what's that called? Metrosexual now.
No,
He's getting the girls, is what I'm talking about. Isn't he? Yeah, there he is. Here's a picture of you kissing another man. Do the girls enjoy that?
He just doesn't. He's so out of touch with the whole thing.
He has no idea.
I saw him at my gym yesterday. He is a miserable guy when he's not on TV.
Outrageous.
Oh, yeah. He's just miserable.
He's got to deal with Kelly doing the bad acting in those bank commercials. I'm giving it my all. You sound tired. And she responds with a line that she read, I'm not even in the same room with her.
Have we played those commercials for everybody?
Oh, they're so
Her
god
acting
awful.
is
bad?
She just she reads her
Kelly,
part.
Does this bank, is it open? Is it open after 3 o'clock? What are banker's hours?
Regis, call the bank and not me. I do not know.
Why are you acting like this? You're horrible.
Her acting is horrendous in these spots.
Can we see one?
I don't know.
I don't want to make fun of it.
So
They're
bad.
It's unbelievable.
Sorry.
that they didn't.
Commerce Bank.
Yeah, let's listen to this. Here we go.
I keep my money up my nose.
Regis doesn't like change. Regis is getting nervous.
Okay, let's just relax. We can work through this. Are the faces the same?
Yeah.
Are you being treated any differently?
No, you're still here for me.
Is anything being taken from you?
No, in fact, I'm getting even
this
more.
is one with.
Let's try some breathing exercises.
Oh, for crying out loud, what's not to like? Let's get going.
Commerce Bank and TD Bank North
They
have
don't give her
become
a
TD
big
Bank with legendary service and hassle-free 7.
That one's not that bad.
I just want her
obviously.
camel toe to walk in the room.
TD Bank.
That's not a bad one.
I have no idea. I come in with my passbook, and no one stamps it anymore.
Jesus.
What? A
Hi,
passbook?
welcome to TD Bank. Right this way. You're getting a heck of a teller. 5'4",
Regis is
strong
into
man
it.
skills.
He's
And
into
she's
it.
a Pisces.
Well, hi, Mrs. Wilson. Hi, Emily.
You two know each other already?
Yes, Regis, legendary service is part of what makes TD Bank America's most convenient bank.
Oh, well, I'll bet she didn't know that Emily can make lollipop sculptures. Lifelike.
With legendary service.
Why are you such a cunt to these commercials? I'm just asking questions any doddering old fool would ask.
Do you think Regis notices that the lady working at the bank has a short, athletic haircut?
Yeah, I don't think so.
A nocturnal creature.
Nocturnal? If he's only awake at night, then when does he bank?
Oh, God.
When does the owl bank? Owls don't bank, you fucking Alzheimer motherfucker. I have no idea.
How great would it be if the owl just climbed up on his face and shit in his mouth while he was talking?
Plucked his eyes out. I'm blind, Kelly.
Yeah, like a Hitchcock film.
You got to see these commercials over and over again to get
Oh,
our
I
point.
know. It's so
Her acting's
bad.
horrendous in them.
She's terrible.
Speaking of Liberace, you know his museum's closing down in Vegas?
Lee, really?
I think
it was cares anymore.
I watched that Sunday morning, so you get all these dumb stories. And supposedly the Liberace Museum was a massive hit in Vegas for so many years, where it was like millions of people a year or whatever it was. And now it's like a spattering of people go to the museum, so they're actually closing down the Liberace Museum and putting all this stuff in storage.
Is it true it was hard to find because you had to go in the back door?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
that's what I figured. Ass sex joke.
That's exactly it.
It's not true, though.
No,
they had a front door, too.
Now we got this.
This is why I say I'm one of the hardest niggas in Madden. I have one of the most best offense in Madden history. Look at this shit. Look at that nigga. Greg Genius caught that shit. This is right, last play of the game. But dog, earlier though, the nigga broke his fucking leg. How is he running with a broken leg? Look at this nigga holding this shit though. Dog, he put the team on his back. Dog, let's go inside the mind of a Greg Jennings. Dog, I gotta do this shit. I put the team on my fucking back though. My leg broke. I don't know how the fuck I'm running right now though. I'll do this shit for Madden. Oh shit, Darren Sharper, one of the most hardest hitting safeties in the league. But I put the team on my back, dude. Fuck it. You can't stop me. Cross the plane. Touchdown. Greg Jennings. 49-20, man. Fuck with me. Fuck you, Gumby.
You know, I don't care how much he's trying to sound like the common man. This isn't going to help the midterm elections. It's...
You know, that N-word's very powerful. We shouldn't say it ever.
Well, we didn't.
Who was that? Say
it was one of the brothers.
That's right.
One of the homeboys was playing, what? So a little Madden?
A little Madden, actually.
Playing a little Madden?
Yes.
Going bullshit for that.
Yeah, he...
Oh, okay, so he was playing.
Shit. This is right, last play of the game. But dog, earlier though, the nigga broke his fucking leg.
Oh, I see.
How is he running with a broken leg? Look at this nigga holding this shit though.
He's holding his leg in the
game.
game.
He put the team on his back. Dog, let's go inside the mind of a Greg Jennings.
How is he?
Dog, I gotta do this shit. I put the team on my fucking back though.
He's
my leg
holding his
broke.
leg.
I don't know how the fuck I'm running right now though. I'll do this shit for Madden.
All right, that's pretty funny when you see the video.
Darren Sharper, one of the most hardest hitting safeties in the league. But I put the team on my back, dude. Fuck it. You can't stop me. Cross the plane. Touchdown. Greg Jennings.
All right, with the
video makes
it's
it way
really
better.
fucking funny.
You should check out the video today.
He's doing a play-by-play
It's everywhere.
of Madden, a Madden game.
Yeah.
That's good.
And likes that N-word.
That's crazy.
In person.
That's
That
right.
should be crazy.
Crazy.
Yo.
What else is going on,
I was trying
man?
to think of something else I was fucking watching, but it was one other thing that I was like, I should probably yap about that on the show, but yeah, well, it's gone. In the cosmos.
It'll come back.
Yeah, I know.
Lee sued a paper that said he was gay and won. Wow.
Who did?
Lee.
Liberace?
They used to call him Lee, right?
Yeah. Oh, please. Of course, back then. Of course. A paper can't fucking print that. Now? Please. His ex-lover came out and said he was gay. Did he die of the AIDS?
He might have died of the AIDS. No one actually dies of the AIDS. They die of the complications.
Complications from the AIDS.
From the AIDS.
But
AIDS
that's
is
the
fine.
AIDS.
That's what I say. It's from the AIDS.
It's when you got the AIDS, it's always the AIDS
winds up giving you something
that you can't get over.
No.
Now this.
Your 25 seconds on the clock, please. Your clock will start after I read the first question.
Who's the Family Feud guy these days?
Now, I don't know. I haven't watched Family Feud in a long time.
What happened to, wasn't it the Seinfeld guy for a while?
Yeah, and it was the neighbor from...
from Home Improvement.
Home Improvement for a while.
Oh, that goes way back.
And I don't... Richard Jennings. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this is like...
Richard hosted Family Feud?
Wasn't Richard Jennings.
Ray Combs.
Ray Combs, another guy that
himself.
decided he didn't want to be around.
I think they replaced the Family Feud guy again.
With a black guy?
I think so.
Yeah, whatever version of the feud this is, it's... I can't think of the guy's name now.
Louis Anderson, of course.
Yeah, of course, Louis. They've had a lot of hosts.
Richard Dawson?
Why can't I think of his name?
Yeah, it's
Steve Harvey. There you go.
Steve Harvey's the Family Feud guy?
Now.
Steve Harvey.
Harvey. Do they flip his teeth over and have the answers on him? See, because they're giant choppers that he has.
That fucking guy's book sold a shitload of copies.
Oh,
Steve Harvey is massive.
Why?
He hosts Hot 97, I think. He's a morning host. He's very big with black audience.
Books.
Dude, he has a big...
You think Steve Harvey is
How
funny?
did he sell so many?
As a stand-up, yeah. I do. He was a very funny stand-up. I haven't seen him in many years, but yeah, I think he was a very a good comic. I think he got really religious, though, after a while. Like, I think he's religious now. He's talking about God and shit.
We asked 100 men, name a part of your body that's bigger than it was when you were 16.
Your penis.
Not so good? What's the medical terminology? Don't care what you said. They said ding-ling, winky, any damn thing. What the hell? It ain't gonna sound right. The medical term is almost worse. A slang term would at least be your ding-a-ling, something. Your penis. Oh. We're keeping that answer?
See, the point being, everyone lost their minds for a very long time because someone said penis on TV.
Penis, they all
The
giggle.
thing that really bothered me about that clip when I listened to it was, I mean, the question is posed in such a way to make you think in that direction.
Of course. So, and then you're surprised that someone goes in that direction, right?
And like there was like a solid 40 seconds of shock.
Yeah.
It's like someone said penis on
Was
TV.
there some guffaw?
Gives a fuck.
How much guffaw?
There was some guffaws.
Well, you know, Steve Harvey was really
heard some guffaws in
He
there?
was really playing it up too. Like he just couldn't believe
yeah.
that someone could have
They were
used the
waiting
word
for that.
penis.
Louis Anderson's so mad he didn't get that question.
I would have had a funny line.
Show me penis!
Show me penis.
You'd love that one.
Can you play that clip again? I got a funny line for it.
Wow.
Just a question, though. I got a very good line.
Oh, cool.
That's what you do with that one.
Your 25 seconds on the clock, please. Your clock will start after I read the first question. We asked 100 men, name a part of your body that's bigger than it was when you were 16.
Earlobes.
Oh, sorry. Earlobes. And it's 100 men. Like the men, like that wouldn't have been the number one answer,
right?
Unless they said without, without
Taint.
saying your private part.
That's the first thing that comes to your mind.
Of course.
What would you
Cock.
say? Your nose, your ears, your belly, I guess?
Stomach.
What else?
Stomach. Earlobes would actually probably be a good... Your ears.
Anus.
Your asshole skin stretched.
Your breasts.
Yeah, right. That would be funny if a guy said your ass. And he goes, "What do you mean, ass? Whoa!" And he goes, "Well, the cancer stretched out the skin that usually holds the shit in, so now it just tumbles down the back of my leg. Every time I sneeze, I put a brown stripe on the back of my thighs."
Yeah. Fuck. I can't believe that show's still on TV.
Exactly.
I know.
It seems like people
really
are
have to be
enjoying it
there.
still, too. So.
Really?
Well, they're enjoying it, or it would be gone.
Fuck. I don't know. There are just some institutions out there
that should go away.
I can't take all the fucking. I hate all the judge shows. Those things suck ass.
Did you see?
And the doctor shows, the shrink shows that are on.
Go back to the judge shows.
Yeah.
Danny probably saw this too. I wasn't sure if it was good or not to bring to the show. The woman that hums. Did you see that one, Danny?
What?
It went viral. Like, I guess they're going through a divorce. It's a TV show.
Oh, it's a divorce court.
And whenever things get a little intense, the woman hums because that's what her therapist said. And I'm not sure if it's funny. I'm going to be honest.
But in a court of law.
Well, it's
not even a real court.
Right.
Dummies.
If you can find the short version.
Tell the judge to go fuck herself.
It should
She's
be-
retired.
yeah. Watch this. Tell me if this is funny or not. I don't
Mr.
know.
Harper, you've come here asking for $1,760, which you say is enough money to pay for 16 therapy sessions.
My lying and stealing and everything that I was doing, it was as a direct result.
Now, Mrs. Hicks, you have a lovely voice, but I don't want to hear it now.
I wasn't living with her. She wasn't letting me stay here, so I was going to Buffalo.
So you're saying you have a problem with your anger?
Yes, and I'm going to anger management class. That's right. That's what the humming is coming from.
Oh, that's what the humming is for.
It's an
So that is to calm you
Yes, to
when
keep
you
me
are excited in a state of agitation.
Your Honor.
Oh, my God.
It's funny, though. Here, but the woman and the ring are here. So we're going to bring in the woman and the ring. Now, yes, you hum or whatever you need to do.
Pretty funny.
Don't look over there.
She's like singing. Look at this hoe.
Yeah. Why are you talking while I'm talking? Oh, my Lord.
Now, wait a minute. Hang on.
She just turns into fucking Aretha.
Now, I wasn't sure it was funny because it seems like it's kind of set up like they, you know what I mean?
But she looks ready to cry at one point.
Yeah,
she looks
really looks pissed.
She looks really upset.
How bad did you want to hum in court, Ant?
Yeah.
You would have turned into Robert Plant.
Oof.
Reaching some of those high notes.
She,
Is that funny?
Yeah, it's great.
Funny if the judge would have shut her up with some American Tourister.
Why?
Just cause.
Why?
Because it's funny.
It's
I don't
election
know.
day.
I don't know why.
Is that the reason today?
Yeah.
Because it's election day.
It's just always funny.
I don't know. It seemed like she was kind of like, doing that for the TV show or something.
Yeah. She put it on a little bit.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Chris in Massapequa. Chris.
Gentlemen, good morning.
Hey.
I want to ask you, what's the deal with all these cake shows? There are like 6 of them on different channels.
Are they? They're going crazy with the cake shows?
Yep.
I know you got the Cake Boss. What else you got?
Wedding cake.
Oh, you got the midgets making little
Midget
fucking.
cakes.
I don't know what they make. What do they make?
It's a sure sign of the decline.
Or you just say what you want to say. What?
It's a
Cupcakes.
Sure,
What? Ace of cakes.
I'll punch it out. Good night.
What?
Cake eaters.
I just want to know what the midgets are making. What do they call their show?
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes?
Little cakes.
It's
they sell
Should
them
have been aborted cakes.
They make cupcakes and they sell them like sheet cakes. See, because they're small.
There are so many shows on now that are just other shows, like Pawn Stars from the Pawn Shop. Mm-hmm. Then that kind of went into Pickers, and now they got the auction show.
Auction Kings.
Auction Kings. And then they got a midget that fucking saves fucking pit bulls, and then they got a midget that fucking does something else. He's an investigator. It's gotten retarded. The exterminator guy, the fucking guy, hillbillies in the swamp guys.
Those guys seem pretty wild.
I can't watch these shows.
And there's not only is there Deadliest Catch, but there's also Lobster Men.
Yeah, Lobster Men now.
And Swords.
Swords, where they catch swordfish. Then there's the Trucker Show.
Hold on, lobsters aren't that hard to catch.
No, they're not like in the fucking... by Alaska.
The forced drama. Like, I tried watching Lobster Men because there was nothing else on.
I hate forced drama on reality shows.
Like,
it's the worst.
It's like, this can't be that bad. They get to come home later.
Right.
It's no big deal. There's no, like,
they're hanging out on the Long Island Sound for a few hours, thinking that a water skier might be looking at their traps.
And everybody has terrible Boston accents. I just couldn't watch it.
I so want to do, like, a little short on, like, Deli Wars, where it's forced drama of, so the guy came in and asked for a ham and Swiss, and I gave him ham and American, and wow, did things just go crazy. And then they cut those quick cuts to the guy like,
dude, he asked for yellow American, man. What are you doing?
Could I have the other sandwich pack? Yeah, okay. I didn't know what to do, quite frankly. I'm sitting there watching. I mean, Jeff knows how to make the sandwich. And then they're yelling at each other, and then they stand there across their arms for the promo. Jelly Wars. Like, just inane, bad shows.
Why don't we do it?
We should.
We can find a deli on Long Island.
Yeah.
We got cameras. Let's do this.
Just bad,
let us have your deli for an
boring
hour.
shows. That's what they are now. It's like, oh, who cares? You watch them, and it's almost like watching an infomercial. You ever sit stuck watching an infomercial, and you realize you watched the whole thing?
Yes.
Like, why did I do that? Mm-hmm. That's what these shows are like. It's like, why do I give a fuck?
Nah, the only one I
this
could do,
place does well.
The D. Martin roast. I could sit through that fucking commercial.
Well, those, yeah, that's like an infomercial.
You realize an hour later,
because
like,
you
wow,
get
this
some
commercial never
entertainment
ended.
out of it.
Hey,
I like the ones that try to disguise themselves as talk shows, and it's like Alan Thicke is sitting at a desk, and he's like, well, welcome to the show. Today, and it's like, what a coincidence. Your show's sponsored by the same person the guest is, and all you're talking about is their product. Mm-hmm. And it's seen of this.
It's horrible.
Who's buying that?
You like the radio interviews? You ever hear them?
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. They're really bad.
Oh, Clam Catchers. Thank you, Dog Shit Sniffer.
Oh, Clam Catchers.
Clam Catchers is going to be on TV
good.
soon.
Isn't that just called Pal Talk?
You see, you got Jersey Shore. You see the second Jersey show yet?
No.
Jerseylicious?
No.
Takes place at the Gatsby Salon in Hoboken.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Hoboken?
You haven't lived until you've seen Jerseylicious.
Jerseylicious.
Capitalizing on that whole Jersey Shore thing.
Yeah. And then Hoarders has another show called Hoarding Buried Alive, which isn't as good as Hoarders.
Why?
But,
that sounds like
show.
It should be better.
Nah.
If they're being buried alive on top of being Hoarders, that's kind of cool.
They get the B-list Hoarders, though. Like, Hoarders gets the A-list Hoarders. You go into places, a fucking shit heap. Hoarders Buried Alive is like, all right, yeah, I could still see some floor here.
Right.
Woman's cooking, for fuck's sake.
Right.
It's like a mansion. I want to see slobs.
Oh, yeah, this is coming to TV. I forgot about this one. John in Jersey. John.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hi, John.
What's up?
What do you say about a bakery run by Klan members? You just call it sheet cakes.
I didn't get it.
You can't just go away like
that. The hang-up is great.
Is he sad right now, you think?
God damn.
I want to play this again. The Ice Road Trucker, because we're talking about reality shows, whatever, had a great laugh when he was in studio.
Yeah.
And Derek and Danny put this together.
On the ice roads of Alaska.
Oh, hey, man, thank you so much for picking me up.
Someone is playing a deadly game.
I gotta tell you, man, most people wouldn't have stopped for a stranger.
The good Lord puts different things in one's path every day.
What?
There's always things happening around me ever since I was young. Not good things, you know.
This Halloween.
Hey, what do you do?
Oh, I'm scared. Well, I'm scared. I'm scared of the dark, too, but I go out there.
Prepare for the thrill ride of a lifetime.
What are you doing?
40,000 Americans a year die on the highways of America.
The Trucker.
I'm the funniest guy I know.
That's pretty fucking twisted.
That's really good. Hey, let's not forget about the big Jim Florentine roast.
Yes.
Going down tonight, 8 p.m., Comics Comedy Club here in New York City. Great cause, obviously, for Geraldo's kids. God, I wish we had a number for people just to donate to the fund without going to the show tonight.
There is
we're talking to America right now.
Right. There is a way I can get information by tomorrow.
All right. We'll have it for you tomorrow. But if you're in the area, it's a great show. Jimmy, you're performing tonight?
I am roasting Jim. Yeah,
roasting Jim with the rest of the gang.
I think Levy is, and Don obviously, and Eddie from the show. Voss is hosting it. Bonnie's on. It's a great lineup. Otto and George, of course. And I think I'm going on early though because I have to.
Bob Levy.
Get up. We think so. We're not sure. Hopefully.
Okay.
Unless he might be out of town, but he might be up there.
Okay.
But it's going to be a great show.
Yeah, it starts at 8 o'clock at Comics Comedy Club. That's 14th Street by 9th Avenue. Let me say hi to Wallace. Wallace.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
Hey, man, I wanted to say, shop, man. The Crows are on.
Oh, damn.
Wait, what was that?
I didn't say anything. It's a great line, bro.
I heard you. All right, fine.
I didn't think it was going to work, buddy. All right, very good. Fuck. Let me say hi to David in Washington. David.
Yo, hey, 2 points, boys. First, don't forget Ma's Bar, which is a show about some old broad that runs like a biker bar, and she basically just, talks a bunch of shit. Sounds like she's been smoking 3.5 packs of malls for the last
better reference.
And also, the sad thing about all this garbage television is that it's on what used to be educational channels.
Yeah, no one watched them, is what it was. Now everybody's actually, well, you did, but not everybody was watching it, and now they're getting a lot more viewers with this shit fucking programming, because it's on Discovery, it's on A&E, it's on these channels that were initially educational.
I haven't gotten past
channels.
the fact that you watch a show called Mom's Bar. I don't even know what channel that's on. I've never heard of it before.
I've seen the fucking
what channel is it on?
Previews for it.
It's coming out soon.
That's what it is too. You don't have to even see the show. The previews are all over. Where was that? What was that other one with the bar? The fucking biker
Cheers.
bar. No.
Well, I'm punching up.
Someone will get
good
it.
job, David.
The biker bar?
Oh, yeah. It's on True TV. It's called Ma's Roadhouse.
That's, oh, God, that's terrible. No, it wasn't Coyote Ugly. It was the one with the fucking, the biker bar, and it's like, will they make enough money to keep the bar open? And who gave a shit? Like, who cared?
I cared.
I guess nobody, because they don't even know. It's the bar in Sturgis, yeah. Right? I don't know. But it was one of those shows where it's like, you couldn't care, you had no feeling for anybody. Oh, the Full Throttle Saloon. That was it. The Full Throttle. Will the throttles stay open? Will they make enough money? It's like, I just don't fucking give a shit. I have no tie to these people whatsoever. And then there's the other one, Rehab, which was the one with the bar at the Hard Rock, I guess. And that was all phony. There was always a fight, and the waitresses are always duking it out, and someone's getting thrown in the pool, and just fake drama. And who cares?
And when reality shows first hit, they were great because they were more based on reality than they are nowadays. Now it's, what do they call it? What's the term they use? Scripted reality?
Scripted reality.
Assisted reality.
Assisted reality. Thank you, Jimmy.
Assisted reality. Great.
Yeah. It's just, it just sucks now. There's Jeff Dunham. We had him on the show, and we had that booking studio. That's so weird when the guest that we had is
he's
on TV.
On Channel 5.
Hey,
does he have the puppet with it? Yes, he does. Look at him. He's got to sit there with
That
the
little
puppet
rascal.
now. He's got to sit there with the puppet on that show.
Hey, yeah, we've been saying this for years, and a little study came out. Drug experts say alcohol worse than crack or heroin.
I've looked over this statistic, and it is
bullshit.
There is it's conditional.
What do you mean?
Well, if you look at the amount of people that drink and the dangers of drinking, which include drinking and driving, falling asleep, setting things on fire,
drinking and hitting
domestic
your wife,
violence, things like that. Of course, you're going to get more instances of violence and death and crime and things like that from alcohol. But it's because it's legal and there's so much of it out there and more people are doing it. It is like saying,
more people die in car accidents than do in combine accidents. Yet I would assure you a combine is much more dangerous to be around than a car.
It's true, but you don't serve combines at family functions, and there's not combine.
Well, I'm just saying it's because it is accepted. Alcohol is accepted. It's legal. You can buy it. You can drink it. I'm not even talking about underage drinking. I'm talking about legal drinking is more dangerous than heroin, because the heroin addict, he'll go over and knock over a couple of people to get money to get heroin, but you're not hopping in a car and mowing down a family.
That's why the whole world is bullshit.
I think it's just skewed a bit because there's so many people drinking. It's legal and it's dangerous en masse. If you do it per capita, I think it's not as.
I love how you break down statistics. It's always very logical.
I love the statistics.
But it also just shows how the whole world is complete bullshit, because we as a society have accepted the death and destruction that alcohol causes.
Oh, I know. It's
in this
amazing.
country. But then we'll yell and scream about language on TV. It's just
language on TV.
The whole thing is horseshit.
Or even things like aspartame, which everybody's bringing up now. Oh my God, you drink some.
I think Glenn Beck might be on our show talking about that very subject.
You drink 30 friggin' Diet Cokes a day, and the shit's going to get to you.
Right.
Meanwhile, it's like people really don't have much of a problem. They got a problem with it, but not so much where. I guess because they tried it already once. They tried outlawing booze. It don't fucking work.
Well, let's not outlaw language then. Let's not lose that.
No, I don't think we should. I don't think we should outlaw booze.
But you know what I'm saying? As a society, we have accepted it. Like, hey, we're going to allow drinking. We're going to advertise it all over the fucking place. And we're going to allow the fact that it causes a lot of problems in this country.
Yeah.
But then we will argue for hours if the word gay should be in a Ron Howard film. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is kind of crazy.
Yes.
I don't know. And then not legalizing pot is just silly.
That's going to happen in our lifetime.
It's just, I don't know. There's so many people against it.
Yeah, people who are pro booze.
There are people against it. Like I think Cuomo. Didn't Cuomo come out?
Who fucking cares what that daddy's boy thinks?
Well, he's good because he's going to be the governor of New York. He said he's not for medical marijuana because he just sees more bad than good happening with it. It's like, tell that to someone who's fucking on chemo that just wants to smoke a joint so they're not puking up blood.
But do you think more bad happens with alcohol than good?
Oh, fuck yeah.
All right, so why doesn't
What's
Cuomo
the good that
fucking
comes from alcohol? You
tackle
just feel good. There's probably something else you could take that would make you feel good like that, some type of drug. I'm sure they could make some kind of drug that makes you feel drunk but doesn't fuck you up like
Come
that.
up the ass, maybe?
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Are you from the school that pot is way safer than alcohol? Because I am.
Yeah, I think it is.
I absolutely am
think
from
in
that school of
excess,
thought.
anything's fucked up.
Of course.
I think if you smoke a fuckload of pot and get stoned and drive, you're probably not going to be as good a driver as if you weren't smoking.
Yeah, but you're going to
weed.
hit something going 10 miles an hour.
That's the gag,
That
but
old
I
gag.
think you could step on the fucking gas when you're stoned.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think you're.
But
a
I
little
always
more
like that
paranoid
gag.
the
But I
cops
think
are going to be.
But I think you're right. I think people
after you
definitely.
Don't you
would.
concentrate so much more?
Yeah, you're like
You're
really,
not texting so much. You're not
sure
fucking
if
around.
But you're not sure if you're concentrating well.
You're very focused though when you're on
But
pot.
you think you are.
I think you are though.
I don't know. I think you're focused on the wrong
Yeah,
shit. Like you'd be looking at your horn. You'd be driving, just concentrating on the horn, or the steering wheel, or your cigarette lighter, or something. Yeah,
Just thinking about toast.
Yeah, and just fucking plowing into a
But at
guardrail.
least you're focused on one thing.
Yes.
Whether it be toast or driving.
And I love the people that say they've never been in a fight when they were high. People have been in fights when they were high.
People smoking. Yeah, please.
But I think it is safer than alcohol.
Yeah, of course it is.
I think so.
There's no violence associated with it like there is with booze.
Right.
Yeah, booze gets people fucking really revved up. Like a lot of people can't drink without getting just fucking nasty.
Yeah.
And then hangovers are just like the worst thing. It's you have a good day, you waste a day. It's just a pain in the ass. If you really want to get toasted and have some fun or something.
Did you waste a day over the weekend?
No, actually, I wasn't that bad
You did
Sunday.
all right?
I was up by noon or so on Sunday. Yeah, but I didn't go to sleep until like 4, whatever it was. So, but it was fun. Had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, unless there's some kind of reasonable substitute, because it's accepted as a social thing. Like, you go to a party, you go to a business party, a Christmas party. Drinking is there. Booze is there. People have a glass in their hand. They're talking with each other. It's not like you could just walk around a party smoking a joint. Certain parties you can. Not the corporate, environment. Something like that. It's just something that's so accepted. And then, oh, look, fucking Harry's fucked up again. And they don't care. He gets in the elevator, goes downstairs. Where's he going? Who cares? Who knows? Like, it's just an accepted body count that we have in this country for that and cigarettes. Cigarettes is another thing.
Yeah, we've just accepted that. Yeah, that's going to cause
cigarettes
all sorts
is
of problems.
an insane poison,
right?
That you're just fucking.
Well, let's keep
in
focusing
your
on
body.
language. No problem.
It is completely dangerous. It's out there. People are doing it in front of their children. Meanwhile, they're upset when their children hear the word shit on TV or see a titty on TV. But the parents themselves are showing them something that is so fucking dangerous to them. But they'll never outlaw it because it's part of the U.S. economy. You know what tobacco is to this country?
Course.
Fucking American cigarettes sell around the world.
And that's why
it's astounding.
And that's why eventually pot will be legalized. They'll figure out how to make some good cash on it.
People aren't hurting for pot. People aren't hurting for pot right now. And if the government tries to step in and take over pot production, I mean, you're going to look at another kind of prohibition. It's going to open up organized crime. They're not going to want to pay for the tax. They're going to want their own weed. It's the same thing as prohibition. Why would it be any different than booze was when they outlawed booze? It made the mob.
But I'm saying they'll figure it out eventually.
I don't know.
They'll figure it out.
They haven't figured out booze. They can't figure out booze. Well, they tax the shit out of it and everything, but I mean, they
syntax.
Yeah.
The good old syntax. Hey, are we legalizing marijuana in California today? Is that possible?
I don't know. I heard that fight's kind of taking a back seat to everything now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's not a lot of
So it doesn't go down today?
I don't know.
Most likely.
I think there's a proposition up.
Yeah.
California loves their props. Prop 19?
I think.
Is that it?
Yeah.
They love their propositions.
They love props.
But the other thing is, Arnold's fucking done, man. He's fucking... After January, he's just going to be back to being Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The Governor.
Does he go Governor, yeah.
Does he go back to making movies?
Sure. He's so much older now than he was when he went into office. It's so weird. Like, what was the last movie he made before he took office as the Governor?
It's probably Terminator 3.
Was it?
I'll have to check.
It might have been.
How many years did he do as governor?
8.
It was 8.
Yeah, it was 8
Wow.
fucking years.
Okay.
Can you believe that? Remember all the jokes when he was running?
Yeah.
Sure.
That was 8 fucking years
I
ago.
made a good joke. I was like, imagine if he gets elected, boy, we'll see what happens then,
That's a good one. Holy fuck.
Cracked everybody up.
Probably the funniest one I've heard yet.
Let's take a look at what movie he made before he was governor here.
Opie and Anthony, mornings. Ron and Fez, middays on The Virus. Sirius XM.